Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to KUMB TV's Eyes Up Mother Brown. We are back for another live stream. This time we're off to Denmark. No, actually, we're sitting at home, but West Ham are in Denmark. It's for the second leg of the Conference League playoff tie against Viborg. 3-1 up, West Ham for the first leg, looking to consolidate that. We'll actually go on and score even more rather than consolidate and get through to the Conference League playoff. That's you, Nick, I think. Feeding back.
Yeah, I didn't mute again, sorry.
As you can see, I'm joined by my good friend and colleague, Nick, aka DL from the KUMB forums. Nick, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you.
I'm all right. Yeah, slightly running behind, panicking about getting everything set up right and whatnot. So if you keep doing your bit.
Okay.
I look out of focus, you see, on the actual YouTube stream. But on my Zoom thing, I look in focus. I really must invest in a decent new webcam, I think.
All right, bear with me a second. And I'm just going to add a couple of links to social media so everyone knows where we are. And when I've done that, we'll bring you the teams. We can do that, can't we? We can do that in just a minute. We've seen the teams, they're out. Just bear with us for a moment or two here.
Whilst you're doing that, I'll go through the West Ham team.
Oh, that would be excellent. That would be really good.
We have Areola.
Very slowly, if you could.
We have Areola. He is starting in goal. At right back, we have Ben Johnson. At right centre back, we have the new signing Kera. Left centre back, Angelo Bonner, despite being ruled out yesterday by David Moyes. Captain and left back, Aaron Cresswell. Defensive midfield of Souček and Lanzini. And our front four of Benrahma, Fornals, Cornet, and our Italian stallion, Scamacca.
Hello.
On the bench, we've got Randolph, Heggie, Zuma, Swire, Coventry, Equa, Downs, Okaflex, Bowen, Antonio, and Mubama. So a young bench there. Little bit of mixture of experience as well, because that's actually quite a strong start in 11 there. So hopefully we'll put the game to bed reasonably early doors and we can make the most out of these 5 subs and maybe even give some people their debuts, give us something to cheer about.
Excellent. I think I'm done. That was superbly timed, mate, actually. That worked out pretty well. There you have it, the teams. Or the team. I've got the away team. I've got the Viborg side somewhere around here. Let's see if I can find it. Here it is. It's not going to mean much to any of us, but I'll take you through the team. Anyway, his starting goal is Lund, Guy and Bergi, Zalatel and Sorensen. Of course, is their star man at the back. Lonvik, Gröt, Gröning, Leymans in midfield with Bonda and Saeed returning to the team, having not been able to travel to England last week because of visa issues. He's back in the starting 11 for the host tonight. On the bench, they've got Lauritsen, Sondergaard, Mortimer, Yatta, Thorsen, Zamburek, Berger, and Killerich. There you go. That's
I'm glad you did that one, because that would have just gone totally wrong.
Thank you. There's the teams. Let us know what you think if you're joining us on the live stream. Hello, welcome to everybody. Joining us, a few hellos to say already. Steve Palmer, David O'Rourke, Tim Medican in nice and early. Tim, of course, our good friend from the American Hammers. 7-1, Tim, 7-1. I'll have some of what you're drinking. It's a bit early to be drinking over there in the States, though, isn't it? But we'll take that anyway, unless you perhaps mean that's an aggregate score. But anyway, we'll take it either way. Looks like you guys are feeling confident. Steve Palmer going for a 1-1 draw tonight, which you see West Ham through. David O'Rourke, a 3-0 win to the mighty Irons. Nick, how are your confidence levels? And what are you thinking about this one tonight?
I think it's dare I say, I think it's just going to be a routine easy win. I don't think we're going to get out of second gear, to be honest. The golfing class was evident to see in the home leg. No, I don't think it's a potential banana skin or anything like that. We've only got to score once, I think, to put the tie out of reach. I can't see them scoring multiple goals. Even if they score one, we've only got to score one anyway, and we're through. And that's all that matters. I don't care about the performance, don't care about the result. It's just getting to the competition proper, then we can start taking it proper seriously. And but yeah, a nice resounding thumping, confidence boosting win might go down well. But
Okay.
let's not get too far ahead of ourselves.
Did you give a score preview? Sorry, I was reading something at the same time there. My apologies. A score guess estimate prediction, even. That's the word I'm looking for.
A win maybe by a goal or two.
Come on, give us a score. Let's push it. Let's have a score.
Same as the home leg, 3-1.
3-1. Right, Nick's going for a 3-1. Do you know? I reckon you're pretty much bang on there. I can see us scoring early, and then the difference, as we said last week, Nick, is of course this week they've got to come at us, haven't they? They've got to, the only way they're going to get through is by hitting us. So I think that will play to our strengths in that we'll be able to maximise our opportunity. So I think you're going to be there or there, but I'll go for a 2-1 because we'll go for something different. But anyway, everyone's feeling confident, which is a really bad sign, of course, as a West Ham fan, as we know. But hopefully we're going to be right for a change. I'll just bring you briefly, Nick, a few comments from the Viborg boss, Jakob Friis, who was speaking ahead of the tie, saying, obviously he's not going to say, well, we've got no chance, but take this with a pinch of salt if you like. But talking about the game, Friis said, speaking actually, starting about last week's tie, said we could have wished for a better starting point, especially after the performance we delivered over there in England. So, of course, it will be difficult, but it's not impossible, and we still believe. The game in London was equal in many areas, and they had some individual quality that we have to expect from a Premier League team. But we've looked at the game again and looked for all the little things we can improve on. It's impossible to say whether we'll get a similar match picture again, but we're going to give it a try. And then we just need to tighten up on some small aspects of the game so it will become a little bit more dangerous and can do a little bit more hurt to West Ham. There are probably not many who expected us to play so well over there. Now we've got a feeling of what we can do against them. So we go into the game with the belief that we can make a big night of it at the Energy Viborg Arena. And Friis also called upon the home fans to act as the 12th man for Viborg this evening, saying that I hope the spectators and our fans behind the goal can help us create momentum in the match. That fans can make a huge difference. And the longer we can keep the game open, the greater the faith. So, of course, it means a lot that so many people will come to the stadium tonight and cheer us on. 10,000 capacity, Nick, I think, isn't it? The Viborg Arena, West Ham
like
takes about 1,200, I think. So we're not going to be vastly outnumbered anyway out there.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand what he's saying and stuff. He's, as you say, going to come out and say that they're going to get hammered. He's got to be confident. But I think he knows deep down that perhaps, at the end of the day, he's saying that they've worked us out. Well, it's the boots on the other foot as well. We've worked them out. And we've got a stronger team than last time.
Yep.
I just can't see it. I might be wrong. Invariably am. But we shall see.
I think, I don't know. We will, but it's good to see everyone confident for a change. Anyway, that's something. Hellos to Metal in both legs as well. Good to see you, Metal. Hope you're doing all right, buddy.
Yeah,
Hope you had a good day.
As it's so early, I can't say what I want to say. Steve Palmer in the headline, DL in confident prediction shocker. But I'll WhatsApp him later and use the swear words rather than say them.
I was just looking at that, thinking it looks like he's put a lowercase L. So I'm thinking, who's Di? Who's he referring to there?
Di? It might be
Diane.
Maybe Diane.
But there you go. We are about 4 minutes away from kickoff. We better get the streams up and running. Of course, if you haven't got a stream, you're welcome to stay with us for the entire game. Nick and I will take you through all the big points of the game and a lot of the smaller ones as well, because it's quite often that case that way. If you can't get a stream, stick with us. We'll take you through the whole match. There are streams available, Nick, I believe.
Yep. I've got one. I have posted it on the thread on the forum. The link that I've managed to get. So hopefully, it carries on and it works. It's nice and clear. It doesn't seem to. Looking at the time on the clock in the corner of me computer screen to the coverage, I don't think too far behind, to be honest.
Okay, good stuff. We're just getting our first shots of the game. Nice crisp picture. Looks like it's a pretty full stadium. West Ham fans appear to be behind some kind of fencing, Alan, sort of circa 1988, in the stadium there, which is pretty unusual. West Ham, of course, coming out in that. Well, what do you make of it, Nick? Orange and white strip, not very typical.
Do you know what? I love this kit. I think it's
So do
great. I
So
know
do I.
people moan about it. It's not a West Ham kit and it's not claret and blue, etc., etc. But it's a third kit and it mixes it up a bit. And yeah, I do really like it. And around about Christmas or so, when it goes down to 25 quid, then I'll probably grab that one, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm totally with you. I think it's nice. I like both the away kits. I've obviously got one on here. I'm not a fan of the home kit, as I've said time and time again. It's West Ham should be claret and blue shirts, but the away kits. I mean, you know, it's pretty laissez-faire attitude in terms of colours these days, isn't it, for any club? So I quite like it. I think it looks quite nice.
I've just seen the Facebook message from Steve blowing me a kiss.
It looks like Jakob Friis has got what he wished for anyway in terms of the fans behind the goal. We've seen green white stripes go up, and it looks like that will be the main area for the home fans, where the noisier home fans congregate anyway in that area. The Shamrock something or other they're called, aren't they? The home fans. They have what do they call them? Ultras.
Oh,
Ultras.
another one.
They have an ultras group, yeah, called the Shamrock something or others. I can't remember the name, but anyway, Aaron Cresswell captaining the team tonight, Nick.
Yes, good. Most senior player, most experienced servant. Of course, he should be captain the team when in Declan Rice's absence. So yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yep, totally agree.
But we're on the same page with Cresswell anyway. So.
We certainly are. We certainly are. Big fan. It's be interesting to see what happens on Sunday, of course, whether or not he retains his place with Emerson now available in the squad. He was signing number 7, of course. We were very close today to agreeing terms, or we are currently close to agreeing terms for signing number 8. What's your view on Lucas Paqueta? A fan?
I don't really know of him, but reading articles that people have posted and seeing the reaction of people that do follow football as a whole more than I do. Yeah, it's quite exciting. That's all I can say. I don't want. It's a shame that they want so much money for him, because I don't want him to be our record signing. Because of our history of what happens with record signings, they break or they get sold for half of their value a couple of years later.
We had this conversation, didn't we, on the forum earlier, and we were people were going back and looking at some of our record signings, and I think someone mentioned Phil Parks as the last one that really paid off.
Yeah,
I mean, it's probably not, you know, it's probably a couple more since, but I mean, it's not far off the truth, is it? Going back to Ashton, and you know, who else have we got in there? Haller, Anderson, Andy Carroll. You came up with a couple of others, if I recall correctly.
Who else we got? Carroll, Ashton. Wasn't
Ashton.
he a record signing at one? Wasn't Dyer a record signing at one?
He would have been there or thereabouts. Of course, Savio and Soreko is often cited as our record signing. But
we didn't pay anyone.
We only know it was a £9 million deal if everything had been paid, but I think we paid about $3 million up front. What about our winger from Wolves, whose name is completely
Matt Jarvis?
Matty Jarvis. Wasn't he record signing at one point?
He was. To be fair, yes, he was. And yeah, he done all right, didn't he? It was Raz's pet hate, wasn't it? His little clap, his little smile, and then the thumbs up that he did when he done a cross and it ended up in Rosehead on the other side of the pitch.
That was it. We're underway anyway at the Viborg Arena or the Viborg Stadion, and West Ham are playing on our screens from right to left, which would mean absolutely nothing to you if you're not watching the live stream along with us. But Viborg players actually a little bit difficult to make out on the turf because they're wearing an all green kit. Viborg instantly on the break, and they're into the penalty box. This could be dangerous for West Ham. Ball's played across the area, and actually Ben Johnson's had to make a pretty desperate clearance at the far post. Nick, where are you on your stream?
I'm 53 seconds at the moment.
Oh, you're ahead of me then. So
I am indeed.
I'll leave it to you to make the first call.
I'm ever so slightly ahead. We're now breaking down the right. I've just jumped forwards. I'm now on 1 minute.
Okay. Good Lord. You're
They're coming through the middle. Ball's played out to the left. It's with Cresswell. Who's that? Is that Ben? That's Full Nails, I think. Cornet is now doing a little bit of nifty footwork, and it's just come off of one of their players for a... Oh no, he kicked it out himself. He kicked it out himself. It wasn't... just watching the replay of their break there, and
troubling.
Their right winger is a bit nippy, isn't he, up against Cresswell there?
Is that could quite well be Saeed, who is I'll have to check that again, but that might be the player that missed last week's game. Number 30. No, it's not Saeed. It is Saeed. Yes, actually, it is Saeed, who of course was unavailable last week because of that.
Oh, we're on the attack situation. Again. Cornet with the ball. Oh dear! If that was a little bit, if Cornet's cross was just that little bit more gentle there, Skamaka could have been on the end of that. Although saying that, it does look like Cornet may have been offside when it was passed. But either way, they've got the ball. It's a goal kick.
It's going to be an interesting partnership, Nick, that between Cornet and Skamaka. Obviously, we saw it, come to fruition. Yeah, he was just offside, wasn't he? A couple of yards last week in this fixture when he Cornet supplied the cross for Skamaka's debut goal for West Ham. But looks like that's definitely going to be one for the future.
Hopefully so.
And of course, Moyes loves it, doesn't he? A winger and a decent striker.
And plus, of course, also Paqueta threading balls through the middle as well.
Paqueta. Yes. Well, is he the new Payet? For West Ham
I wouldn't go
fans?
as far as him being the new Payet. He's very, very much a Payet type, isn't he?
Looks that way.
You know, I don't think he's going to be getting nominated for the Ballon d'Or like Payet did. But you know, that was exceptional. This is quite concerning from Steve Palmer that we've got to excuse his fumbling thumbs because he's got to make his own entertainment until he can get off the train to watch the game. Now that could be veering into being arrested territory if you put two and two together there.
Yeah, behave yourself, Stephen.
Not on the C2C, mate. It's not good.
3 minutes gone. Viborg nil, West Ham United nil. Of course, that would be enough for West Ham. 2 goals ahead on the tie overall on aggregate. 3-1 up from that first leg. The Hammers beginning to settle in to the pace of the game a little bit now. After, as we said, a little bit of a dodgy start. But, we're doing all right so far. Hang on, this is interesting because Ben Rama's picked up the ball. West Ham stole the ball in the opposition third, playing the ball across the box. Can Johnson get it in? He's looking to take his player on down the right-hand side. He does so, chips the ball in, but it's... I'm not quite sure. And I think Skamaka might have headed it out. I got caught.
Yeah, he did. It was just wide by about 3 foot.
God, that's terrible, that glare. Oh, yeah, it's quite wide. That glare in that bottom right-hand corner is quite bad, quite difficult. So it must be tough for the players if it's bad for us. But the West Ham fans are behind the goal that we're attacking in the first half. So they'll be getting plenty of encouragement from the travelling Iron supporters there. Have made the difficult journey, one might say, out to Denmark. So I didn't fancy that one this week, Nick.
Well, a trip to Denmark.
Yeah.
Nah.
Bit of a palaver, wasn't it? It wasn't straightforward. It wasn't like Frankfurt. We could just fly in and, you're 10 minutes away from the ground or whatever. It's quite
even the drive was nice to Frankfurt, but I did actually look. It was a long way.
What, driving? You were looking at driving to Denmark?
Yeah, I ain't going on a plane. I weren't born with feathers. I'm not supposed to fly.
That's game. That's how many miles is that? Did you look at it?
I can't remember now.
Their old trek.
While we're in a thingy, let's have a little look. Okay. Google Maps. Here we go.
5 minutes gone. While Nick's looking that up, we're just waiting for Viborg to take a long throw in from the left-hand side. This is almost Rory Delap territory, this one. West Ham have obviously been looking at the videos of this because we're back in the box in numbers, and Viborg 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players in our box. Only 2 players, outfield players, not in the box. It's hurled in, headed down by Skamaka, who's got it away, and a chance for West Ham to break, but couldn't quite maintain possession. And Viborg had the ball again. It's the dangerous Saeed, who's already looking like a bit of a player. on the ball, plays it inside into West Ham's box. This is dangerous territory. Played across the box, but well kept out by Kera. And West Ham can relieve the pressure a bit. But so, you know, for a side, I mean,
you're about to see something absolutely disgusting by one of their players. Yeah, he's gone down, clutching his face, and he's not even been touched. Absolutely disgraceful.
Yeah, it's a pretty impressive dive. I mean, it's Skamaka who's holding him off, and Skamaka's elbow basically brushes the Viborg player's face, and he's clearly, as Nick said, gone down. Blatant dive and an attempt to get Skamaka sent off. I don't think the referee's bought it. I'm assuming not, because we're just seeing a replay of the. Nick, you're obviously ahead of me, so you can say he's getting some treatment. It's the number 7, Sorensen, who is of course their star man. So that's a bit disappointing, really.
Oh, hang on, he has got a nosebleed. To be fair, maybe we were being a little bit too harsh.
Okay.
And something's clearly happened. There's obvious. Oh no! You know what? In slow motion, he has clouted him. So I'll take that back.
Oh yeah, I can see the blood now. Yeah, we must apologise to Mr. Sorensen there. It's there's quite a lot of claret dripping out. I'm just about to see
He's
the
lucky
replay.
there's no VAR in this.
There's nothing in there. I can't believe actually, Nick, how he's bleeding so much, because it looked like it was this part of it wasn't the point of the elbow. It looked like it was kind of here that he's put his hand back and caught him with it. So I'm not quite sure how he's managed to draw blood from the opponent there, but anyway, he has. And
yeah.
Anyway, there's no further action being taken on Skamaka, which is the main thing, and rightly so, because there was no intent in it at all. But gives us a chance to have a respite, and you can tell us how many miles it is from Kent to Denmark.
It is
roughly
765 miles.
That's a bit of a trek. That is a bit.
Which is actually 40 miles further than from Kent to the Isle of Skye.
That's a bit of a trek, especially as you've got to do it twice in a couple of days as well. That would take some doing. I mean, I know you don't mind getting behind a wheel, but
13 hours.
That's 13 hours straight. It's not bad going, is it? Well, there you go. I'm just under 800 miles. We've started again anyway. Mr. Sorensen is back up. He's had his face mopped up. As I say, we apologise to him for that. It didn't look like there was anything in it. Even on the replay, it didn't look like there was much in it. There was a bit of a brush of the elbow from Skamaka. Absolutely unintentional. But anyway, the referee didn't see anything wrong with it. And West Ham are now attacking on the right-hand side. Looking to try and get a ball over. It's kind of strikes me. Ball must have gone out of play there, or if West Ham being awarded a free kick. So it's it's Cornell's gone down, and that's the number 8 Longvik, who's I think he's stamped on his toes there. And West Ham have been awarded a free kick anyway on our right hand side. Nick, I'll go over to you for this one as you're ahead.
I'm on 9:24. So Cornell whips the ball in on just over the bar there from Skamaka. Came off the top of his head by the looks of it. I don't know. We're knocking on the door. We're asking questions of them. I've got to remember to lean this way, because otherwise I go off the screen. There we go.
Yeah. Stop moving. Stay still.
Tonight. It's really hot and muggy down here. We've had a load of rain. Yeah.
Do you know what? I've almost turned the heating on up here. It's proper. It's probably not chilly at all, but just given what we're used to in the last few weeks, it feels it. We've had we've had rain all day, but it's going through my bones. I tell you, nearly put a jumper on for this. I've got the blanket out. But, anyway,
no, it's muggy, it's sticky and yuck.
Yeah. Oh. Well, I'd exchange that for what we've got up here anyway. But
no,
anyway.
I'd sooner be sitting in the cool.
Yeah, you like it, don't you? You prefer the cool.
I do. Not a big lover of the heat.
I'm just
my ideal holiday would be to Denmark in winter.
Well, there you go. We'll have to have a look at the league and see. Well, we've potentially got a Swedish team in the Conference League group stage, because Djurgården, I believe, are in there. Which is the team that's now followed by someone called Lost Hammer, who was one of your predecessors as moderators. on
Yes.
KM before, and went out Sweden about and went out there about what must have been 15, 18 years ago now, and we're all going to pile in on him anyway if we join them in the group stage. He's already told him that.
Sweden,
West Ham looking dangerous.
We're considerably further away from Sweden, so good ball in. No, Sweden wouldn't be drivable either.
It's side Ben Rama from the left hand side. It's got a very, very good low cross in, but about 8 yards goal. The goalkeeper's come out. Lund's come out to grab it, and I think Bergie's nicked ahead of him. And there's a little bit of a dissent amongst the two about who should have taken him. Anyway, West Ham had the corner, and it comes to nothing. But the Hammer's still in possession, and Johnson it is who plays a long probing ball out on the left hand side to Ben Rama. Good touch from Ben Rama. First touch takes it down. Can he get a cross in? Whips it in low. Diving header. Gets it clear, and now an opportunity for the hosts to break here. 11 minutes and 40 seconds on my clock, and
the hosts did break, but then Johnson was fouled, I think, and they've got a free kick. What I have done, I have actually sent you the link to this stream so that potentially we could be on similar kind of timings.
Okay.
It is on your social media channel where I usually message you these things.
Thank you, sir. Okay, I might change it a bit. I'll stick with this one for now because I've got a pretty decent, not quite HD stream, but it's pretty clear. I can read the numbers. Fornals looks to play the ball over the top to Cornet. Can't quite get a toe on it. It's a clever little ball from the Spaniard. Cornet racing through the centre, trying to get a touch on it, but in the end, the ball goes all the way through to Lund. But West Ham looking the more likely to do something at the moment, Nick. Anyway, it's after that sort of dodgy start, it's been pretty much all West Ham.
Yeah, we are, but we got to bear in mind though they look a little bit dangerous on the counter, so we just need to watch that, make sure that we're disciplined, and but again, once we score, hopefully we are the first ones to do that. I mean, I think it could well be like a training match because they're going to be so wide open because they're going to have to try and score.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Definitely looks that way. Just trying to get some info on. So that player, we were saying that the player that's looking pretty dangerous so far on the right wing for Viborg, Ibrahim Saeed. Only 20 years old, young player, born in Kano, Nigeria. He's been in Denmark for just over a year, moved from a club, brilliantly named club called the Dabo Babes, which is a fantastic name for a football club in Nigeria. Moved to Viborg in 2021. He's played 26 times for Viborg, scored a couple of goals, but definitely one for the future there. And I wouldn't mind betting that at some point in the years to come, we might see him in one of the top 5 leagues if he carries on like this. But he's a Nigerian under-17 international, played 4 times for the under-17, scored 3 goals. But definitely got a bit of pace about him, and giving Aaron Cresswell a bit of a testing time so far on the few opportunities he's had the ball at his feet. But 14 minutes gone anyway. West Ham and Viborg just exchanging passes in the centre there. Just waiting to see a good look at the away end. It didn't. I've got to say, it didn't look that packed from where from the view I had, Nick. But I'm pretty sure we sold out the allocation we had, which was, what was it, 1,200?
Yeah, about 1,200 now, I think.
I mean, I know tickets went down to members, didn't they? But I thought we'd sold out pretty much, but maybe not. But we'll have another look at that in just a few moments. Let us know. Hello to any of you joining us for the first time on KUMB TV's Eyes Up Mother Brown. We are here for nearly every match. Say nearly because there's the odd ones we can't do as we're at the game. But generally speaking, we have someone here commentating for you. So come back. If this is your first visit, come back and join us again in future. Welcome to all our regulars. Let us know where you're watching the game. Are you at home? Are you on the train? Trying to find something to do with your hands, like one or two of our regulars? Or are you in a pub or something like that? Let us know where you're watching the game. If you haven't given us a score prediction yet, please do so, and let us know what you think of the game. Quarter of an hour gone, Nick. Nothing really to be worried about for West Ham so far.
No, Skamaka's just had our first shot on target, parried away there by their keeper. Bread and butter save, really. We're coming again at them down our right. No, it's gone through the middle. Cresswell seems to be sort of a bit more central at the moment, strangely enough. It's with Fornells. It's now back to Kerrer by the looks of it. He's 28, isn't he, Kerrer? Fornell's trying to get through the middle, but he's crowded out, and they're now coming on the break, and they've had to pass it back. Oh no, that was a good ball. That was a long ball to their number, can't see. And we've given away a corner. Giving away a corner over on the far side of the pitch.
Hello to Andy Walsh, just joining us on the stream. Hope you're doing well, Andy. Some hellos to some of the other guys joining us. Dan, Simon, Craven. Bonjour, Craven. Good to see you, buddy. Nick's going to take us through the corner.
Just waiting for this corner to come in. Haven't taken it yet. It's over on the left-hand side. Sorensen lifts it high, and it's easily cleared. And it goes out for another corner. It wasn't easily cleared. It was a little bit of a snatcher thing. It looked like Lanzini. And it's come ricocheting off of his shin, I think. Oh, no, it was off of his head. Might have been Fornells.
Yeah, was Fornells, yeah. Confirmed. 17 minutes gone. Still goalless.
17 minutes gone indeed. And now it's out for a goal kick. So happy days, regroup, get it down the right end of the pitch. Certainly been some signs, isn't there? Certainly been some signs. A bit more quality. Had a bit more quality. Got me thinking back about you mentioning this young Nigerian chap. One for the future. I mean, bargains can be had from the Danish league. A long-serving defender came from the Danish league before he retired, didn't he? Did Winston?
Mr. Reid.
Yeah.
Winston Reid. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Some others. Mark Reaper. I think he came.
He did.
Possibly from Denmark. Was he playing there at the time? I believe so. But I just want to go back quickly to that shot. It was Layman's who had the shot. It was probably one of the worst. It was like a Sunday league shot, wasn't it? The corner came in.
Yeah.
And he's trying to volley it into the top corner, and he's just sort of got completely underneath it, and it's ended up kind of, I don't know, behind the goal and over it. But it wasn't a particularly clever shot. But fortunately for West Ham, as Nick said, a couple of corners in succession for Viborg there, but still goalless. Still waiting for our first goal of the evening. West Ham, of course, in a comfortable position, 3-1 up on aggregate. And also, just going back to the shot Nick mentioned just before that, it was interesting. Skamaka took it down on the edge of the box, and it was a good save actually from Lund. It wasn't a bad effort to Lund's left, and he had to dive low to push the ball wide. Came from a bit of a mix-up. It was a Lund ball out, actually. He rolled the ball out, and West Ham just stole possession, and the ball was passed into Skamaka on the edge of the box, who tried his luck first time. And, required a good save from the keeper to make up for his error. We've just seen a shot from Viborg come in, Nick. Slightly better than the last one.
Yeah, about a foot wide of the post. Ariola would have had it covered if it was on target. Polaroid's joined us now, and so is Andy Welsh. Evening, fellas, if you are fellas.
No, who knows? It was Groening, the injured player who had that effort on goal, sort of a half volley from about 20 yards from the left-hand side of West Ham's penalty box, went straight across the goal. Alphonse Ariola, should I say, not troubled by it at all, and rolled out for a goal kick. But we're approaching the 20-minute mark anyway. Or I am on my stream. West Ham in possession once again. Aaron Cresswell building on the left-hand side for West Ham. Could do with a goal now, really, just to.
We could do with a goal.
Brighten things up a bit, couldn't we?
We could. We're building up an attack at the moment. Fornells down the left. A lovely little back heel to Ben Rama. It's now coming out. That's the ball in by Fornells. Oh, if that had landed there for Skamaka, that would have been 1-0, I think. But the defender just gone in front of it. We're now breaking. We're now building on our right again. Ball's crossed in, headed out quite easily by the Danes defender, and Lanzini's just conceded, or Cresswell, one of the two, who just conceded a free kick. So now it's possession lost again.
Can you just give me a quick time check, Nick, please?
20 minutes and 52.
I'm bang on with you now. I'm just having a quick look at that stream that you kindly sent. So I'm going to stick with that for now. So we're on the same page, as it were.
Yeah.
I just go back to see Said Ben Rama having a word with the referee there. I didn't quite see what that was for.
No, me neither. I can't pay attention to the game that much.
Quality commentary as usual from the Eyes Up Mother Brown team.
Of course.
I'm on 21:13, so I think I'm only a couple of seconds behind.
Yeah, you are. You're about 11 seconds behind, I think, now.
Okay. But
who's that? Ben Johnson. He was on the right of the penalty box. Crosses in. Oh, and that's 1-0. Skamaka with the opening goal of the game.
there it is. Nick, talk us through the goal.
I didn't see who put the ball in, but it's landed kindly for Skamaka, and first time shot, boom, straight in the back of the net. Good goal. I think it came over from Johnson, or was it Ben Rama?
Yeah, it's Johnson who lays the ball back. I think it's let's have another look here. It's Kera who's actually put the ball in.
Kera with the assist.
Yeah,
that's a lovely goal. That's a lovely touch there for the goal.
It's quality. It's a fantastic finish from Skamaka. And West Ham take the lead 1-0 up here. Skamaka ghosting in at the near post. It's his second goal against Viborg and his second goal in West Ham shirt. And then he said West Ham colours there, but it isn't actually. He's wearing orange. But 1-0, 4-1 aggregate. And Nick, I guess we can probably just sit back now and enjoy the rest of this one, because you'd have to say they're going to find it difficult to come back from this.
Oh, they need to score 3 to get it to extra time and 4 to win it. No, it's not going to happen. That's it, the end of the tie, really. Let's just hope we can have a few more. That'd be nice.
Yeah, good stuff. Obviously morale boosting and confidence building every goal that goes in the back of the net. And as we said last week, for Skamaka as a striker, it's always good to get your first goal for your new club, and that's 2 now. And I'm sure he'll be feeling a little bit more comfortable.
But what needs to be said, that was an absolutely glorious ball in by Kera as well. Sort of thing, really, we've been hoping for. I know Kufau can put a ball in from the right, but that one just screamed quality. To be honest, it was bang on the button, cracking delivery.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to think, actually. I mean, this is one of the things we often bemoan on the stream, isn't it? That the deliveries from wide, bearing in mind how many crosses we put into the box, we don't create a lot of assists from that right-hand side. Johnson has barely got any. Soufal, for all his efforts, doesn't get a lot of assists to his name. But that's really encouraging. I mean, of course, and Kera is equally adept at playing at right back as he is at centre-half, and showing exactly why. Their players obviously come from Paris Saint-Germain, played with some truly great players, some of the best in the world at the moment. And good stuff. Good to see him and our new man Skamaka on the same wavelength anyway.
Good. Yeah, it is. It's what I put in the match thread when people were saying about how surprised it's such a strong team.
Yeah.
I was over the moon that we put out the team that we did, because it gives invaluable playing time to our new signings to start. Yeah. Playing. It's all very well doing it on the training pitch, but nothing beats a proper match situation, competitive game. And them two linking up well was superb. And obviously in the first leg as well, with Cornet and Skamaka linking up. So at the moment, the two of the goals we've scored here have been created and scored by our new signings, which is good to see. So we can carry over into the league.
Very much so, very much so. Well, West Ham are looking for a second here. It's Cornet breaking on the right-hand side. Tries to play in Skamaka, but it's cut out by a defender. I've had to switch back to my other stream, I've got to say, Nick, because I'm having a bit of problems with that one you sent. Pop-ups all over the place. So,
I'm not getting those, thankfully.
I've had to revert. But anyway...
on the match thread, they're saying it was Suchek crossed, not Kera.
Well... I mean, if we're getting a 6'4" Czech international mixed up with a slightly darker skinned 6'1" German international, then we probably shouldn't be commentating, to be fair. But that will give you some indication of the quality of streams we're working with. But I thought it was Kera. I'd like to see it again, but We're just seeing Lanzini burst into the box. Can he do anything? He can't, and it's going to be a goal kick, I think, to the home team. Yeah, we'll have to have another look at that one again. I'm sure it was Kehrer. Maybe we're giving him credit for something. You guys would have seen it on the live stream. Let us know. Was it Kehrer or Souček who supplied the cross? I've got to say, I initially thought it was Souček. Then I saw the ball played back, and I assumed it was Kehrer. But I don't know. Anyway, let us know if you saw it. Who provided the assist? 26 minutes down. It's Viborg 0, West Ham United 1. West Ham leading 4-1 on aggregate now, and looking very, very good for a place in the Conference League group stage. West Ham just pretty much controlling the game at this stage. Viborg not really had an effort on goal since that Groening shot in the 19th minute. But a really, really good goal for Gianluca Scamacca. And it's 2 in 2 starts, isn't it, Nick? Because he didn't start, did he, at the weekend?
2 in 2 starts for him, indeed. Start of the weekend, you reckon? Or are we going to go back to normal?
You kind of get the feeling that because Antonio's on the bench, that Moyes' intentions are to start him against Villa. But you never know. I mean, if Scamacca can add another 1 or 2 right now, it's certainly going to be putting pressure on the manager to start. There was an there, Nick.
It was just a ball played in, very close to Scamacca, but the defender just nicked it before we got to him. So it was more of an ooh than an ooh.
That was one of them. I got the wrong ooh.
It was the wrong ooh.
Polaroid telling us. And then now, what was that one?
Ball again, just pinched away from Souček when he was about to pull the trigger as well. So, we're not going on a door again.
Yeah, it looks like we're not too.
Oh, and that was almost an equaliser. Almost an equaliser. Pulled wide by their number. I can't see because the stream's a bit iffy.
Well, I mean, I can tell you, it's Saeed doing all the work again on the
number 11.
Yeah, and he's beaten. Kehrer just walked past him as if he wasn't there, and then he's hit the ball with his right foot from about 19, 20 yards. It's not far wide. It's a good effort. And this lad looks useful.
He does look useful. Maybe one for us for the future, maybe.
Yeah, it's a really decent shot. As we said earlier, Saeed was, of course, one of the 2 players unable to play last week because of the situation with regards to not being able to get a permit. But, I mean, for 20, he's a big lad, isn't he? Strong,
he's a lump and a half.
Yeah.
Proper lump. And it's still hot and muggy. I'm sweating.
There you go. Weather report from sunny Kent or stifling Kent, should we say?
It's stifling Kent. It's yuck.
Where Polaroid saying, I've no idea who it was either, chaps, in reference to the assist. So if anyone does know who provided this, just let us know. There's a fair few of you on the stream. I'm sure someone knows. Come on, guys, put us out of our misery. We're just coming up to the half-hour mark, third of the way through the game. 29 minutes and a bit gone. It's Viborg 0, West Ham United 1. The only goal of the game so far coming from Gianluca Scamacca in the 23rd minute, getting on the end of a Kehrer or Souček cross. We're not quite sure who it was who provided it. Johnson was definitely involved in it. We know that much. It was Johnson who got to the byline and pulled the ball back for the cross.
They did. He did
indeed.
So,
what's your view on Ben Johnson? Probably would have been a little bit disappointed to be left out of the team against Brighton.
Very. I don't think he deserved to lose his place, to be honest. There was on the right, I don't think Kufo's having the best of years. He's not been particularly great in 2022. Johnson's not really put a foot wrong. And it was a bit unfair for him to be dropped.
You're a big fan of Johnson's, of course.
Always have been, yep, that was a creamy ball. Who played that? Pass, but they've got it back. See, they just can't. They're knowing to break down our middle, and that's where the weakness is.
I'm actually a little bit surprised at the way we're approaching this game. We seem to be sort of going at it hell for leather, and you kind of think, well, you look, fellas, you're 3 goals up, you're comfortably in the driving seat. Just slow it down and keep your foot on the ball for a bit. And
Yeah.
but we don't seem to be playing that way, which isn't a bad thing, I suppose, because you're not going to be able to play that way against Villa at the weekend. So it's a good dress rehearsal in that sense, I suppose. But we are into the last 15. Craven says BBC. The BBC said it was Souček with the assist, and Tony Mitchell also says that Flash Score has the assist by Souček. So we'll have to assume that was right.
Yeah, pretty resounding. The match thread plus the comments. Oh, yeah, I think that settles it. How did we manage to confuse the two?
There couldn't have been any 2 more different players physically.
No, that's our David Gold moment, isn't it? Happy birthday.
Yeah. Apologies for the dreadful commentary in that instance, but we will try and do better from now on. Viborg looking to break, but West Ham now looking to counter. But it's a bit up and down, really. I mean, it's such a quick game. It's surprisingly quick, but I think it's working in West Ham's favour because Viborg aren't really creating much. The best efforts they've had, those 2 long-range shots from Groening and Saeed, they've not really tested Areola in West Ham's goal. He's going to definitely have a lot more difficult nights than tonight in a West Ham shirt, and hopefully the Conference League this season. But looking good so far, no complaints. Let us know what you think of the game so far on the live chat. You enjoying it? Hopeful, comfortable now as a West Ham fan. I see a Zach behind you.
Oh yeah, he's just crept in. Say hello, Isaac.
Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well.
He's all right.
Make sure Dad's behaving himself.
Yeah.
Hi to AGXM. Good to see you. M. Hope you're doing well. And Epic Hash Time also coming in. And yeah, I was just going to point that out. Rice unavailable tonight through suspension, not for any other reason. But of course, I mean, it's quite possible that David Moyes would have rested him for tonight, even if he was available, given the situation that we were ahead in the tie. But another 12 or 13 minutes to go to half time. Just waiting. There's not really an awful lot happening at the moment on the game. Is a pretty even exchange. Viborg probing, looking for an opening, but just not able to profit at the moment. We've seen a free kick. Consider Aaron Cresswell a little bit late through the back of an opponent there, and Viborg do have a free kick. Maybe a chance for them to do something now. But apart from that, it's pretty good so far. Pretty much exactly as we said before the game, that it's followed the path we wanted it to take. West Ham to get that early goal and to go ahead and really sort of settle the tie early doors. Nick, they've got a free kick.
Yeah, how far you got? I'm on 33.50, and they've got a free kick centrally.
I think I'm pretty much with you. I'm
straight into the wall, cleared out easily, and it's a throw in at them. See, you mentioned the pop-ups on this stream, right? I've now started getting them.
Have you?
It's going bananas.
Yeah, it's a bit of a pain, which is why I reverted to mine. I've just come back to your stream actually because mine's just gone offline briefly. Hopefully we're going to be all right for the rest of the half. 35 minutes gone. Viborg 0, West Ham United 1. The Hammers leading through Gianluca Scamacca's second goal for the club, scored in the 23rd minute across from Souček, who looked like Tilo Kehrer, but it wasn't Tilo Kehrer. Anyway, Viborg have a throw-in, looking to profit on the right-hand side. It's another Rory Delant-esque hurl into the 6-yard box. Not quite sure who got the head on it first, but West Ham managed to sort of clear it out, but Viborg regaining possession and looking to put the ball back in. We have a player down. I can't see who it is. I think it's Ben Rama. I think he was injured as that ball was thrown into the box.
You're actually slightly ahead of me now.
Oh, am I? Oh,
you are.
Okay. No, so it was Ben Rama was injured. It was a challenge on the edge of the box. The ball was headed out from the throwing. Saeed actually put a shoulder into Saeed's back, and it's one of those that wins you a bit when you hit the deck. He's a bit upset about the challenge, but to his credit, Saeed has gone over and said, "Sorry, mate, apologise for that. Was a bit late." And it's nice to see. It's what we like to see.
The Harry Kane thing, isn't it? Nudging them while you're in the air.
Yeah.
Never like to see that.
So the Hammers have a free kick on the edge of our own box, leading 1-0, 36 minutes gone. Evening to Richard Van. Good to see you. Skamakaveni scoring again. Indeed. Separating the sides at the moment. It's a long goal kick from Alphonse Areola straight into touch on the left-hand side. Not one of his better kicks, but it's sort of one of those nights. I'm just having a look at the fans behind their goal, and I'd say we're only about half full there. You know, I'm looking at that thinking we've probably got no more than about 500 fans there, which is surprising. But maybe everyone keeping their powder dry for now and saving up for the actual league games, the group games, should I say?
I mean, how much would it have cost to get out of there and match ticket this time of year? It's going to be looking about minimum 300 quid in there.
Well, I think the other thing is it was a ball ache of a journey, wasn't it? You couldn't. I think was it Aarhus was the nearest airport. You could go to, it was about 3 hours drive away or something like that. So it was not an easy destination to reach. So I can
and say financially, it was probably about a good 2 hours worth of gas as well. You know, and
not an easy one. An easy one. Craven, this is one for you, Nick. Says, did you notice that Kane has stopped doing those nudges now? Must have been spoken to.
No, I've got no reason to watch Spurs. It's only when I see the tweets of him doing it that I notice. Have you noticed down in the corner here that it keeps appearing?
Zach?
Isaac, yes.
Yeah. With an ice cream.
With an ice cream. He's sitting here watching the game.
Yeah, you do keep popping in from time to time. Keeping an eye on Dad, make sure he's behaving himself, no doubt.
Yeah.
38 minutes gone. It's Viborg with possession in their own half, playing the ball around the edge of their penalty box. West Ham with that high press, making sure they've got no time on the ball, and the ball's played long down the right-hand side, but that should be fairly easy for the Hammers to deal with. And indeed,
I'm actually miles behind you now for some reason.
Okay. It's Ogbonna. Heads the ball back. Nick, you're a bit surprised to see Ogbonna in the starting lineup tonight.
No, I think Moyes was just playing his normal games, wasn't he?
Bit of kidology from the boss.
Yeah.
If you are looking for a stream, I do believe if you go on the KUMB General Discussion Forum, look for the streaming links thread, you might find one or two in there if you are looking to watch the game along with us or instead of listening to us. But have a look in there. Anyway, just coming up to 7 minutes to go till half time. Viborg still with possession, but they're not making much of it. But that's a mistake from Thomas Suchek, but he does very well to retrieve the ball, correct his error. And West Ham look to go again here on the right-hand side. Ball switched onto the left-hand side to the right-hand side from the left, sorry, to Johnson, who plays it back to Kera, who looks down the line. It's a good tackle as Cornet goes to retrieve the ball, and it's a West Ham throw.
Viborg.
The ball's come all the way back to West Ham. It's now a West Ham goal kick anyway. But comfortable, West Ham comfortable so far, Nick. Nothing really to be. I mean, Saeed is the only player, isn't he, that really looks like doing anything for the opposition. I haven't seen a lot of their star man Sorensen so far, apart from when he was rolling around on the floor with blood dripping from his hooter after a few minutes.
It's getting a bit boring now, to be honest. Need to up it gear.
What do you want me to do? A handstand or something, or do a bit of juggling?
That might actually be quite amusing if you did, just for the potential of it going totally wrong.
Oh well, that's bound to happen. Yeah, probably best avoided. 40 minutes gone. Anyway, West Ham now in possession in this new kit. Now played down the left-hand side. Skamaka left of the penalty box, looks up, gets a low cross in, puts it across the box, but it's cleared out. Let us know, you guys joining us on the live stream, let us know what you think of this West Ham kit. Are you a fan of this orange and white ensemble, or do you think it's not West Ham colours and can't stand it? Sort of drew a bit of a mixed reaction from what I could tell on the forum. Nick and I both like it. I could quite see myself wearing that. I like a nice.
What do you think of the kit?
Shirt. What does Isaac
white and orange? Halloween, he said.
Oh, I get that. Yeah, pumpkin-esque. Or with the orange, I suppose.
Yeah, he's got a point there.
Yeah, Very much so. Very much so.
Come on, you pumpkins.
Viborg in possession in the centre of the park. Anyway, 4 minutes to go to half time. Ball played through the centre. Player allowed to turn the ball. Number 8, that's Lonvik, who plays it out to the left-hand side. Ball comes back inside to Said, who's absolutely everywhere for the Danish side tonight. He plays it across to Sorensen. Sorensen looking to play it short. It's come back to Sorensen. Little 1-2 comes out the right-hand side to Jai. Jai plays a ball in, and it's Ogbonna to hook it clear for the Hammers. And Skamaka, who's absolutely dwarfing his opponent there, looking to hold the ball off, but he can't. And the ball's back in the possession of the Greens, the home side. I was going to say there, Nick, I haven't heard a lot from their fans, but that would be because we've got our volume turned right down on our streams.
It is quite quiet, to be fair. I do have a little bit of volume.
Okay.
And it is quiet. The goal's taking it out of them, I think. We seem to have taken our foot off the gas a little bit. Obviously, what we don't want is to start becoming complacent. But, you know, there's no... Not to be too critical, but there doesn't. Again, we don't seem to be playing with particularly much intensity. It just now feels like a friendly stroke training game, to be honest.
I can tell you, Viborg have just enjoyed their best chance of the game so far. Actually, it's it's a ball played in from the left-hand side, and Bonda has arrived from deep, completely unmarked, bursts into the penalty box and gets up above the West Ham defence to essentially a free header, but it's an easy save in the end for Areola because he heads it down into the ground, which takes all the sting out of the shot. And West Ham a little bit fortunate there, Nick. Could have been dangerous.
Could have been, but thankfully it wasn't. Need another goal, just so we got something to cheer about. We're breaking down the left. We just carried the ball out. Looked like that might have gone out, but probably not.
Just over 2 minutes of regulation time.
I am quite a way behind you because I'm on 42, 44 now.
Oh, okay. About 15 seconds in it. I should probably go back to my other stream because we'd probably be bang on time together if that were the case. But anyway, come on, you oranges, as we say, West Ham.
Come on, you oranges.
In control of this game at the moment. Sean Slack says, surely Aarhus is in the middle of our street.
That has been done so many times on the forum. Who was it? One of the posters did that, didn't they? They said our horse is in the middle of it, or our horse is near there, or something or other. And then people are coming on saying, "Oh, well, yeah, well, if we can stay there and all that," and he had to come on. Oh,
yeah.
Double save there by the keeper.
Yeah, it's. Just going back to the game brief, the ball played into it's that man. It's Groot actually who has the second shot. Sorensen had the first shot, I think, well saved at his near post by Areola, and then I think it's Groot who has the second effort on the rebound. And once again, Areola's got to make a smart save to ensure West Ham stay in front. But just a little warning there for West Ham, Nick, to say you might be one up, but don't take your foot off the gas.
Wakey. I said that literally just 2 minutes ago, that we seem to be a little bit complacent, and that's a little bit of a wake-up call. What's the matter, mate?
Yes, very much a wake-up call, and West Ham consider themselves slightly fortuitous there not to have conceded. Good work from the goalkeeper, and Areola having to be very much at his best to ensure West Ham retain their slim advantage in this tie tonight. We're rapidly approaching added on time. It's Skamaka has the ball on the left-hand side, loses possession, can't quite beat the ball, and the ball's played into the dangerous Said again up top for our hosts, and the ball is wasted anyway. So I don't quite know what their player was trying to do there. The ball's played all the way through to Areola, and the fourth official tells us we have 2 minutes added on at the end of this first half. So we're into that now. We're just into added on time at the end of the half here, and West Ham are going to just try and keep possession, I'd imagine, for the next 90 seconds or so, and see it out. Nick, your thoughts on the first half?
2 additional minutes before the
I have a child here who seems to be rearranging the dining room.
Okay.
I'm kind of wondering.
Rearrangement.
I think what he's trying to do is, I think he's trying to. What he's done here next to me, he's now moved because he kept disappearing off the screen. He's now got a multi-pack of bog rolls and a beanbag on top of it, in the hoping that it's high enough that he comes back on the camera.
I see.
And he's now trying to say, no, that's not the case. It's because I can't see it. But he's full of it.
We are in the second minute now, only in the last minute of the first half. West Ham still leading here. The ball's right back in the Viborg 18-yard box with the goalkeeper, Lund, who's been beaten, of course, by Skamaka already. West Ham perhaps one more chance to add a second goal. Fornals plays it inside to Lanzini. Lanzini out left to Cresswell. Can the Hammers profit from this? Still trying to play short passes. Souček is well tackled, though. That's a really, really good challenge. And Said has a chance to break, plays the ball up to number 11, Grurt. Now, what can he do? Grurt plays a ball across, but Kera is on hand to ensure that doesn't reach its intended target, and West Ham can break. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be it for the first half. West Ham have been given a free kick. It's a foul on Souček by Bondo there. But Nick, your impressions, your thoughts on the first half so far?
Yeah, quite good. Could do with upping the intensity a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah. we
That's
have
it.
company.
In fact, we do.
We have another presenter.
And then we're free. That's it. Half-time whistle has blown.
It's half-time.
1-0 at the break to West Ham, 4-1 ahead on aggregate, all looking very, very comfortable for the Hammers so far. It's we've not. I mean, they've had a couple of efforts, haven't they, Nick? I mean, of course, pretty much actually their best spell, you've got to say, was arguably in the last 5 minutes of the half. The Bonda header, 3 minutes from the end of regulation time, and of course that double save Areola forced to make from Sorensen and Grurt. Really, their best chances, you'd have to say, in that opening 45.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm being somewhat distracted, as you can.
Yes, indeedy. Let us know what you thought of the first half. You happy with the way it's gone? I mean, it's difficult not to be, I suppose. Really, we've gone out there and done the job we needed to do in terms of getting that early goal. Let's go back and have a quick chat about that goal, Nick. It came in the 23rd minute, pretty much exactly halfway through the first half. Ben Johnson got to the byline, pulled the ball back, and take us through it from there.
Yeah, it was a lovely. To be fair, it was a lovely ball in from Souček, and the first touch and finish, which was all as one, was sort of thing we've been missing. When was the last time we scored a goal like that? It just shows Skamaka's quality on the ball, I think, as well, and his thought, his instincts. He has certainly got a striker's instinct, hasn't he?
Yes, definitely. I mean, the way he took it, that's what you pay 30 million or 35 million euros for, isn't it? A player that can do that. Not one of Antonio's strengths, you'd have to say, but just interesting, based on what you've seen so far tonight. You're David Moyes. Who are you going to start at Villa Park on Sunday?
He's going to start Antonio, isn't he?
I think he will, but would you start Antonio?
No. I wouldn't. I think he'd start changing of the guard. I think.
Yeah.
And it has to happen sooner rather than later. Mm-hmm. He's still pretty off form. And he's, although the place is supposedly his, it was his by default because there was nobody else. And I think Skamaka's got to seize his chance. He's doing what he can do. He's being put in for these games, started to, scored to. That's a clear message to the manager. Yeah, it doesn't matter who the opposition is because he was he was closely marked on that goal.
Yeah.
He did have a defender right on him, but no one can defend against that kind of finishing instinct, that quality.
Yeah.
Give him a chance, start him in the league, and if it's not working out, then bring Antonio on. Let him have a start so he gets into the game, gets a feel of the game, rather than coming in for the last 20 minutes when we're losing and we're having to chase a game. you know, it might be, but if he starts a Premier League game, we won't be chasing the game because he's already scored. So
yeah. Interesting. Let us know, you guys watching on the live stream, what would you do at Villa Park based on what you see? Would you be sticking with Antonio, tried and tested formula, or would you perhaps be putting the new man in for his first Premier League start, given what you've seen in these 2 games against Viborg? Let us know. It'd be interesting to hear your thoughts. I'm going to take a quick break in just a minute. For
Yes.
half time. We're going to pop off for 5 minutes or so, and we'll be back with you for the start of the second half. Should we do the run through the forum when we get back, Nick?
I think we can do, yeah.
All right, buddy.
Do some ablutions.
Okay, all right. Okay, so we're just going to take a 5-minute break. I'm going to leave the stream on anyway. We're just going to disappear out of shot, but we shall be back very shortly, both Nick and I, for the second half of this one. It is,
and Isaac, apparently.
And Isaac, of course. Apologies, Isaac.
He has now, I think, decided as you can see, he's been to wardrobe and had a change.
Yes, I did notice. Good to see. Good to see in the Hammers full Hammers kit. So there you go. So we'll be back with myself, Nick, and Isaac for the second half very shortly. Good stuff. It's 1-0 at the break to West Ham, 4-1 and aggregate. Hammers cruising at the moment towards the Conference League group stage. We'll be back with you very shortly for the second half from Denmark. Join us then.
Oh, okay, disappearing.
Dum, 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 dum. We are back.
We are back, yes, and we've been subject to some halftime entertainment whilst I was away as well, apparently.
What did we miss?
A bear dancing.
A dancing bear.
A dancing bear, yes.
Oh, okay. Go on.
It was somebody, whilst I was away, had decided to restart the video and just got this little thing in shot. I've gone. Ah, there we go. And it was dancing.
Bear. Oh, there he is. Does that bear have a name?
No, I ain't got a name. He's only had it since he was a baby.
Still getting round to it. We're just waiting for the second half. The players are out on the pitch. What did we miss, Nick? Have we missed any comments there? Roscoe Big Gold Chain says looking forward to playing the Hammers this year. Doesn't say who you are, Roscoe. Which team are you supporting? Let us know. Connor Green says, going back to our discussion pre-half time about Antonio Scamacca, Connor says, I believe Antonio will be better coming on later in the game rather than starting. He seems knackered quite quickly, but can see him working in the same way we used Carroll for terrorising defences late on. Interesting suggestion. Connor would make a lot of sense, I think. Hammer Ted says, evening, guys. Oggy has been immense. Kehrer looks composed and Johnson is growing into a very decent player. No arguments there, Ted, at all. Johnson looked very, very good in the first half, I think. Spencer says half-time entertainment. There you go. You've had it. I missed it. Unfortunately, I'll have to rewind the video later and watch the dancing bear. There he is again. His head keeps disappearing. That's quite disconcerting, actually. I don't quite know why that is. But anyway, Spencer Neal says, better than the Hammerettes. The Bear's probably older than most of the Hammerettes, I'd imagine. Anyway, yeah, there's a blast for the past. West Ham are going to kick off this second half. Anyway, on our screens, we're going to be kicking from left to right, leading by 1 goal to 0 here through Gianluca Scamacca's 23rd minute strike. Hopefully, we're going to get some more goals. Nick, we're expecting to see some changes fairly soon, I would imagine.
Yeah, perhaps. One of the rare occasions, I think the Moyes does make the substitutions early. It'll be nice to get another goal, I think, before the changes come on. Oh, here go with pop-ups again. Do you know what? It was actually a very good job that Isaac disappeared when that pop-up came up because it was not particularly appropriate at all. It was like gash. It weren't good.
West Ham breaking on the left. Cornet's played the ball across looking for Scamacca, but it's a really, really good bit of defensive work there by the Viborg number 5, Zalatel. There's a great ball across the box. I think it's Lanzini or Fornals. I can't quite tell from here. Sets Cornet free on the left-hand side. The ball's played across. Brilliant ball across for Scamacca, who would have surely put that in the back of the net. But it's cleared out for a corner for West Ham. It's going to be coming in from our left-hand side. We're now attacking the visiting end. Plays it towards the near post, headed clear. And West Ham now have a throw-in. Yeah, West Ham attacking the end, which is heavily populated by home fans now, as opposed to the West Ham end of the ground. And the Hammers starting well in possession of the football. Kehrer has the ball, plays it across the left to Ben Johnson. Johnson plays it short to Souček, who just about manages to retain possession. It's all very tight in there. The Hammers being closed down and eventually lose the ball. Excuse me, but it's back with Johnson on the right-hand side now. Johnson, what can he do? Can he get down the line? Cuts inside again. Asks, it looks like he's tripped. Referee says no. Souček picks the ball up and Souček is tripped. And this time it will be a free kick to West Ham. Dangerous position, this for the Hammers. Souček and Sorensen, I think it was exchanging. It's Sorensen exchanging pleasantries there. Actually having a bit of a laugh with each other. I think Sorensen was saying that it wasn't a foul. But yeah, quite clearly it was a late trip by Layman's on Souček. And West Ham have a free kick to the right side of Viborg's penalty box. Lanzini over the ball, Cornet over the ball, Cornet over it. Lanzini kills it with the right foot. It's headed clear, good clearance, but West Ham pick the ball up. The shot comes in from Pablo Fornals. It's poor effort though, poor effort from Fornals. Looks a little bit disgusted with himself, and so he should, because it was a poor effort. Called it all wrong. Went for the volley on his left foot, and it's high and wide. But it is nonetheless the first effort we've seen on goal of the second half, with West Ham leading by a 1-0. I seem to have lost my partner briefly.
I do apologise because of the nature of the pop-ups. I had to disappear and then pacify him as to why he couldn't continue.
Fair enough.
So I'm having to be a responsible parent on this occasion. Excuse me, I need to sort myself out there because my jeans are falling down.
Charming. Cornet, while Nick's doing that, Cornet breaks down the left, looks to get the ball in again to Skamaka. It's killed again, but West Ham still in possession. Johnson again on the right-hand side. Now, what can he do? Oh, it's clever. He's beaten Sorensen, left him, all ends up. Can he get a crossover? Deep cross to the far post. Looking for... Oh, it's a clever ball. Great stuff there by Johnson. Cornet inches away from getting on the end of it and scoring what would have been the decisive goal. It's a really good cross. Oh, Cornet does actually get a toe on it, but it's just it's a fraction early for Cornet. Otherwise, he would have put the ball in the back of the net. Anyway, we're back live, and it's now Viborg attacking. It's all happening here at the moment. Good chance there for Cornet, Nick.
Frantic 5 minutes there at start.
Yeah.
The first half. I think I'm only just catching up. I'm a little bit behind you now.
Okay.
But yeah, I've just seen it. A little bit more of a connection. That would have been beautiful. Cracking work by Johnson. That ball was a beauty. I mean, it's one of the things that gets levelled at him is that his offensive play isn't where it should be. But there was absolutely nothing wrong in that. Nothing wrong in that at all.
Yeah, and not just the cross. It was the touch before to leave Sorensen an experience. I mean, this is an experienced defender. Left him standing, and it's good to see that from Johnson, because I think this is one of the areas that he really needs to improve on, isn't it? Is that in the attacking third? His crossing's been exemplary in recent weeks. He put in a couple of really good crosses at Forest as well in that game a couple of weeks ago, and good to see anyway. Encouraging. 50 minutes gone. West Ham still leading by 1-0, Nick.
Yeah, the second one's coming, isn't it?
Oh, it's here. It could be here. Here's Ben Rama. He's through. And it's 2-0. And that's
Happy
it.
days.
And that is game over. Brilliant timing, Nick. West Ham picking up possession. The ball played into Ben Rama on the edge of the box. And the Algerian midfielder making no mistake with that one. Just rolling the ball across the goalkeeper into the left-hand side of the net. And that is Viborg 0, West Ham United 2. And that will be game over, Nick.
Absolutely, yeah. I've not seen it. I've lost my stream. So no, I didn't even get to see it.
I'd like to tell you how the celebrations are going, but I seem to have lost my stream as well, which is not good. Maybe we've got the same source, but it is. I can tell you anyway. Unless there has been no VAR check, because there is no VAR in this competition at this stage. So it's definitely 2-0 to West Ham. Ben Rama scoring the second goal. Been a really good start to the second half. Actually, Nick, we've gone at them full pelt from the start. You know, we had that 4-0 shot, the Johnson cross, and the Ben Rama goal all within the space of about 2 minutes. Good stuff.
Yeah. And I've just missed the replay. I've managed to get my stream back again, but even missed the replays. So
okay. It was a good goal anyway. Polaroid, brilliant, he says. Dan B, good finish by Benny, certainly was. And West Ham are in complete control. I mean, that is, if there were any lingering doubts that West Ham might have to get another one, I mean, it's definitely game over now. West Ham leading 5-1 on aggregate, and this is a really solid performance now.
I am trying to find something else.
We've just seen a shot of Viborg manager Jakob Fries looking rather disconsolate on the sideline, and so he should be, because his side are definitely out of it now. West Ham, I mean, it's a good question now. Really, you could say how many West Ham could score.
Yeah. It's gone like a training game now. I mean, on my stream, we're now breaking down our left. Ben Rama again has now balled it through to the middle to Skamaka. And who's this? It's through. Oh, good save there by the keeper. That was cool.
Yeah, I think he was just offside in the end, actually.
Oh, yes.
I'm actually looking at the replay. I'm not sure he was. I mean, to be fair, credit to the linesman. He's put his flag up straight away. It's corner.
No,
with
the slow motions you're saying. So
yeah. But anyway, good start. I mean, West Ham complete control now. It's almost as if Viborg have accepted that that's game over.
it is indeed.
Just looking at there again.
I suppose the only question now is who's going to get the prediction right. You went for a 3-1. I went for a 2-1. I think the way it's looking, you're more likely to be correct on that score than me, because I can't see West Ham not scoring another goal now. It's
no, I can't.
We're in full
I
flow.
can't. Their heads have gone. Their heads have dropped, rather.
Assist coming from Cornet, I believe, for the second goal. Tony Mitchell confirming there. But anyway, West Ham breaking again on the left-hand side. It's and the stream's gone again. What a night it's been for Dodgy States. The good thing is all those West Ham fans that spent a small fortune getting out to Denmark are going to be enjoying their trip, and it's always nice, isn't it, to be in an away game and know the points are in the bag or the game's wrapped up, long before the match is over, because you can just sit back and enjoy the game. And as West Ham fans, it's pretty rare that we get the opportunity to do that, even in the Premier League.
That is true.
Yeah,
that's very true. No, good luck to them. It's going to be a good night. It's going to be a few beers and stuff had out there now, isn't there?
Yeah.
That's what it's about, isn't it?
Absolutely. 5-1 on aggregate. West Ham lead.
And who knows? Maybe we might get one again this season.
Well, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
An away trip. That'd be lovely.
It would be nice. I'm still jumping between streams because we're sort of very much in and out at the moment. But back on with the main one, and Angelo Ogbonna, unhappy about something. I'm not quite sure what it was. I think he might have conceded a free kick there. Let's just have another look. Yeah, it's. I think he's been done for a shirt tug, and you can't really complain about that. And good to see Oggy back in the team, though, Nick.
Oh yeah. I mean, I thought he was done for. To be honest, that was a nasty injury. We've seen it before with Winston Reid when he done his knee. He never played again, did he? Apart of just a couple of friendlies, wasn't it? He did.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know why Oggy's got. I've just seen the replay of the shirt pull. There's no complaints there. I don't know why he's complaining. And there goes my stream again.
It's been a bit of a night. I can keep you in touch. Viborg looking to break on the right-hand side. A clever little reverse ball play down into the channel, but the player couldn't quite get there. So it's an easy one, and West Ham are able to get back in possession. Craven's asking about the Conference League group draw. When is it? It's on KUMB somewhere, Craven. Well, hang on, we're just Viborg breaking down the right-hand side. So really good cross. Ogbonna's got up in front of Areola to head it out, and it proved to be a wise decision in the end because the ball was clear, but only half cleared, and Viborg had the ball on their right-hand side, looking to do something with it. It's broken. We're going to try and get a cross in. The player checks, looks up, two men against him, tries to play it off. One of our off Creswell, I think that is, for a throw in. Creswell does well and wins the ball, and West Ham have the opportunity to break here. Yes, group stage draw, Craig. It is on KUMB. I know it's on there somewhere because I wrote about it recently. Oh, hang on, there's a bit of a to do here. Creswell has just told an opponent to go forth and multiply. That was all following that fracas on the left hand side there, where the player tried to buy a throw-in off of Creswell. It didn't happen. Let's have another look at that again. And the referee's going to call a couple of players over. Hopefully this will just be a word, because it hasn't been that sort of game so far. The referee's calling over, it looks like a player from each team. Let's have a look at this. He's going for the card. It's a yellow card for Creswell. It's a yellow card for the Viborg number 13. And sorry, is that Saeed? I'm just trying to have a look. Creswell's just, it's Saeed again. Creswell's, it's just handbags. I mean, Saeed has Yeah, I mean, it's all a lot of barrel-chested shoving of each other, that sort of thing. Nothing really in it, and both players earn themselves a yellow card. Quite rightly, really, Nick, you'd have to say.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I'm still trying to find a stream.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, seen it now. Just seeing it now. Oh, yeah. A bit of testosterone getting in the way there. And, yeah, quite rightly. Stupid booking for the pair of them.
Yep.
Problem is that Cresswell's got to, he's now on a little bit of a tightrope, isn't he? He's got, an hour, half hour just over to go. He don't want to make it a hat trick, does he?
I was just going to say that. Can you imagine the scenes on the forum if Cresswell was to get himself a second yellow card and a third red? That would be some reading, wouldn't it?
It would. In regards to the draw, it's at 2:30 CET. So what's that? 1:30 in the afternoon our time. That's on Friday, 26th of August. So
okay,
tomorrow.
Friday.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah. I assume we'll be doing a live stream for that. Now we know the time.
Potentially.
Yeah. Now we've just seen another foul. I think it's Souček who's gone in very, very late. Is it Souček or Ogbonna who's gone in very, very late? I didn't quite see it, and not that I'm getting the two players mixed up on this occasion. But now let's have another look here. The ball's played through. Yeah, I mean it's Ogbonna's. He's gone over the top. There's nothing in it. The challenge is on Layman's, who once again has made the absolute most of it. Pretended he's hurt. It's I think that's worse than the actual challenge, quite frankly, because there was nothing from Ogbonna. He knows it as well. And the referee, I'm going to give the referee massive credit here, actually, because I think he's been brilliant tonight. He quite easily could have been swayed by the home crowd there and the player and given a yellow to Ogbonna, but he hasn't. He's just assessed the situation and done right. I don't think he's put a foot wrong tonight, actually.
No, the refs had a good game, actually. You've hardly noticed him, have you? Which is always a bonus. So, yes. It's already started. It's already started on the forum, by the way, regarding Cresswell, even though it's only a booking.
Oh, is it? Is it?
Yes.
Okay. We're just seeing Bondi is going off. The player who had that really good chance with a header on 42 minutes. He's been replaced by Mortimer, and Lonvik is also being replaced by Zambarek. I'd say Jakob Friis has probably seen enough and thought that the game is pretty over.
Yeah, pretty much.
And just giving the opportunity to players to go out and play against West Ham. But the mighty, massive West Ham, of course, who are leading 5-1 on aggregate here at the moment. Hobo saying, going back to that change, looks like Oggy got the ball first. Yeah, I mean, there was nothing in it, was there, Hobo? And there's also a third change. Yaroy Grut has been replaced by Yatta. So a triple substitution. Thank you, AGXM, for pointing that out, because I missed the third change initially. 3 changes for the home side. So, yeah, I mean, it's very much a case of them giving the players opportunity to have a run out. Started well in the league, didn't they, Nick? But they were beaten by Randers on Sunday. Their league record's pretty indifferent now. 3 wins, 3 defeats, very, very inconsistent. And, we've seen moments from them over these 2 legs, but nothing really to say that there's a lot of quality there. Is there anyone from their side who's impressed you?
The only one that's caught me attention is his name, blimey, the Nigerian fella, the young. Yeah, he's one that I think could be worth a punt. Worth a punt. Don't know what sort of money they want for him. Probably about 2 million, I suppose. 2-3 million, would it? That's big money for a club like that, isn't it?
Yeah, you'd imagine.
Am I being a bit too disrespectful? I don't know.
No, I don't think that's. I mean, the lad's only 20 years old. He's only played 30 odd games or whatever it is. There's potential there, but that's all it is. Skamaka's broke. There's a mistake in the defence. Skamaka's on the right hand side, looking to cross the ball in. It's not a great cross, but it's a pretty poor clearance by Bergie, and West Ham have a corner away to on our left hand side. Skamaka pulling out wide to the right on that occasion to get the ball.
Yeah, I'm just seeing it. No, not the best cross, but mind you, it wasn't a bad cross, was it? It was nice height, right sort of speed. There was just
let's have a
nobody
look. West
there.
Ham on the left-hand side. Cresswell centres, header up, dropped by the goalkeeper. 3-0.
Nice.
That is game over. Suchek on the score sheet. Oh, no, that is good to see. That will give him a boost.
Yeah.
David Moyes not even celebrating now. It's pretty much a rout. 3-0 West Ham.
Good. Yeah.
And also good to see Cresswell involved after being booked. So the ball played short to Cresswell, touched it onto his left, crosses it into the box. Really, really strong header initially coming in from Kera. Actually got up well. The goalkeeper, bit of a fumbled save. He should really have done much, much better with the header there, London. It just drops to the feet of Suchek, who can't miss from 2 yards. And West Ham in cruise control now.
I'm saying that, was he a little bit is that offside? Not that it matters, it hasn't been chalked off.
Yep, no VAR, of course, tonight to check that. But it is easy now for West Ham. I mean, as I said earlier, it really is now a question of just how many West Ham are going to rack up here. It's I mean, the thing is that you can only beat what's in front of you, and you can't argue that it's been a thoroughly professional job from West Ham tonight. They've done everything they need to.
No, that's the word, isn't it? Thoroughly professional. I mean, what is quite amusing, looking on the forum, the match thread, we're 3-0 up, and the thread's only on page 22. So there we go. Do you imagine how many pages it'd be on if we'd gone behind?
Yeah, probably 3 times that. Yeah, hasn't that always been the way though, that when we're doing well, the comments are minimal. It's only when people have got something to complain about that you see the threads expand and grow huge. But it's life, and people love moaning about stuff.
It's great having a moan.
Exactly.
But no, you're right. It's been professional.
Yeah.
The only thing was, I'm not going to blow smoke up his bottom because I'm forever defending him because of his reputation. The only thing that was a bit unprofessional was today's been Cresswell's reaction to that foul. But the cross he made has more than made up for it. The cross he made for the goal there.
Very much so. Yep. And it's good to see. Actually, it's good to see both those involved in the goal. I think Cresswell and Suchek, and also let's not forget Kera. Getting up in the, obviously not known for his aerial prowess, but did well to get the header on and force the save from the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I mean, though he did say in his interview, didn't he, with Colton, or not Colton, the German fella that interviewed him, that he's got a good leap on him.
Was it Honigstein? Stein?
Yeah.
I don't remember his name.
I've completely lost my stream now.
Yeah, likewise. Paul Welford asking, was the Ben Rama goal struck from outside the area? I'd have to have another look, Paul. Actually, it was on the edge. Was it outside? Not sure. I have to have another look and just see. It was definitely close, for sure. But yeah, everyone's stream seems to have gone down for the moment. So we'll check back in a minute. But anyway, it's 65, 66 minutes gone now. West Ham comfortably ahead in Denmark, 3-0 up on the night, 6-1 up.
Oh, we're back again. And Cornet's just missed a sitter, has he? 1-on-1 with a keeper, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, he should have scored. He's absolutely made a hash of that, isn't he?
He's absolutely distraught. You can see. I mean,
yeah, taxi for Cornet, that one, isn't it?
Should be 4. West Ham should be 4-0 up, but the good thing is, I guess it doesn't matter too much. It's we're comfortably ahead. But what a chance to break his.
Not on Ronnie Rosenthal scales of misses, but nonetheless, it was. Skamaka's now. Oh, we're making substitutions now. Skamaka's coming off. Antonio's coming on. Looks like Downs is going to be making his European debut as well. Or did he? He didn't come on in the last game, did he?
No, Coventry did, didn't he? I think he wasn't fit enough. He was slightly injured, wasn't he, or something? Souček is the player going off anyway.
Yep, Souček coming off.
Any more? Any more, Mosey? Any more?
Who's that? Who's that? The other young bloke
Coventry, I
behind
think.
him?
That's Coventry coming on as well.
That is Coventry coming on for.
Saeed. Is that Ben Rama coming off? I think. So a triple change for West Ham. Antonio, Flynn Downs, and Connor Coventry coming on. Gianluca Scamacca, Thomas Souček, Saeed Ben Rama coming off. A triple substitution in the 68th minute, bang on halfway through the second half with West Ham in complete control of this game and tie 6-1 up and over.
We are indeed. Bear with me. I need to mute a second.
No problem. No problem. It's pretty much game over. Who's impressed you tonight? Let us know on the live stream below down there. Also, if you've enjoyed the stream tonight, give us a little like if you would. Click the thumbs up button just under the feed there. I'm told these things help us. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, give us a little thumbs up if you wouldn't mind. Be so kind. 68 minutes gone. Viborg 0, West Ham United 3. Hammers opening the scoring in the 23rd minute through Gianluca Scamacca. Saeed Ben Rama making it 2-0 after West Ham's excellent start to the second half, firing home from the edge of the box after being put through by Cornet. And then Souček making it 3-0. Cresswell cross headed goalwards by Kera, spilled by the goalkeeper Lund, and Souček tapping the ball in from close range to give West Ham a really, really comfortable lead on the night and making it a really enjoyable occasion for the travelling fans. West Ham in control now. Flynn Downs getting his first touch of the ball. What do you make of that signing, Nick Downs? Do you think he's one for the future, or do you think it's just a case of it? You know, it was a fairly cheap signing, so it's a no lose situation for the Hammers, or both even.
I think it's too early, really. One for the future at 23. You'd like to think it's not one for the future at that age. You know, ages of players are, I suppose, in a way, it's in a way comparable, I guess, to the way F1's gone, where you're reaching you're being used at your peak at a much younger age.
Right.
And at 23, usually in F1, it used to be you didn't get your first F1 drive until you was knocking on 30 years of age. Whereas now, they're getting drivers in that are 19, 20, 21 kind of thing. Sort of similar in football. If you're signing a 23-year-old as a prospect, then there's not really going to be many guarantees. Usually, if you're signing a player of that age nowadays, it's not a prospect, is it? It's somebody that you expect to be able to plot straight in your first team.
Yeah, agreed. When you see the likes of Anana moving for 40, 50 million at the age of 20, definitely. West Ham have got a corner on the right hand side, a real mix up in the Viborg defence. The ball played straight out into touch, and it's Cornet who's coming over to the right hand side, West Ham's right hand side, to take this in no hurry, of course, as you would expect with the tie all but done and dusted. Now, I think it'd be nice to see Antonio get off the mark here, if possible, Nick. That would be good.
I mean, don't forget he scored last week. So he has already got one under his belt this season.
Oh, of course, yeah. You're absolutely right. My apologies. Yeah, corners come to nothing. It was floated into the box and headed wide.
Headed wide by Kera there. But it's now got the game's now got this petering out vibe about it. But you can't really complain at the moment. 6-1 on aggregate.
No, it's been comfortably, consummately professional from West Ham. Done a really, really good job tonight, and definitely now heading into the Conference League group stage, which is good. The opportunity for more trips around Europe for the Hammers, which of course is what it's all about. And
also bearing in mind in that round of subs as well, that Bonner has stayed on, which is good to see. Which is good to see. As someone who said on the forum, when he made that challenge earlier on that their player made a meal of, that's not the sort of challenge somebody makes who's nervous about their cruciate. So he seems to be back to fit and firing, which not only good for us, it's good for him as well. Because at 34, you'd think it would be game over, but clearly not. He's still got quite a bit to offer, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's really good to see. I'm really pleased. Top guys, Angelo, and it would be good to see him get another season or two under his belt before he retires or moves on from the club. Of course, he's been given an extra year's contract by West Ham, and you never know. If he has a good season, there could be another one. Steve Palmer says, if you're good enough, you're old enough, in reference to our chat there about Flynn Downs. Absolutely, Steve. It's always been the case. 23, definitely old enough, that's for sure. One thing that's amused me tonight, Nick, is the amount of people we've seen that have got the time of this game wrong. Been expecting an 8 o'clock kickoff, and they're coming in, putting the computer on or the TV or getting onto the forum, and the game's nearly finished.
Yeah, quite amusing, really. I get a lot of feel sorry for them. But look at the times. It's on the match threads every single day on the forum. Want to know the kickoff times? Go and look on the first page of the thread. The opening post. Because even if the original poster doesn't put it, we add it.
Indeed we do. Craven, apologies. Yeah, I did. Oh, well, no, just seeing now. Let's stick with this for a minute, because Viborg are breaking the right hand side. It's the impressive side again. Cuts in from the right hand side. He's looking to get shot away, and that commentator's curse there. It's quite possibly the worst shot I've seen this season, let alone in the game. He's cut inside from the left hand side and leathered one with his right foot. And well, put it this way, it's closer to the corner flag than the goal, the shot. Unfortunately, because he's had a good night. To be fair, let's not take it away from him. He's looked the player most likely to, isn't he, Nick, for the opposition? He's had a go anyway. Samassi Abu level shot from. I'm 73 minutes. I'm 73.50.
Oh, I'm actually ahead of you now.
Oh, there you go. I'll defer to you then for.
So I'm looking for that, because I've been behind all the time for quite a while. I'm waiting for it to happen. And no, he's the Viborg are knocking it around their defence. They're in possession with their keeper at the moment. They don't seem to be in any hurry to release the ball. You think it was those that are the ones that are 3-0 up? I suppose they're taking it easy now. They know the game's over.
Yeah,
probably hoping they just want the final whistle at the end of the day, I suppose.
Yeah, you kind of get the impression they're not too bothered. I mean, they know they're beaten now. It's just the experience for them now. I suppose they just want to make sure they don't concede anymore. 75 minutes bang on. I am. Craven, yes, apologies. I did see your comment, my friend. I didn't get the opportunity to come back to it. Diop had a shock of the goal so far. 2 out of 10 you mentioned, I think, didn't you? You said, are you saying it there? Yeah. Who is it that gave me 2 out of 10? Let me know. I'm not sure what Chris gave him on our match report. I think it was it would have been ours, would it? Because it was a Fulham. No, I didn't say 2 out of 10. Not good, which is a shame. I mean, he's not a West Ham player anymore, but I still like to see him do well. He's spent 4 years at the club, and there's definitely a player there. I mean, we all remember Jose Mourinho. I'm sorry, I'll come back to a minute, because I was just saying about Said having the worst shot of the night. Mikhail Antonio's just done a hold my beer moment and tried to volley one from the edge of the box, and you can see in his mind's eye it's flying into the top corner at pace, and in the end it's just gone into the goalkeeper's hands.
Yeah, it wasn't the best shot, was it?
Not the greatest. Very Antonio-esque. Issa Diop, yeah, I'd still like him to do well. I mean, I was going to say, who can forget Jose Mourinho being incredibly impressed by him when we beat Tottenham at the LOS a couple of seasons back. Definitely a player in there, and just unfortunately went off the ball, didn't he, at West Ham? But wish him all the best for the future.
Yeah, and Antonio still, to me, just reminds me so much of Colton Cole in the way he plays. As soon as he has to think about it, it's game over. It's going to go wrong. But play on instinct, and he's superb.
Yeah.
Lanzini's been balled up, mind you. Has he made a meal of that? I don't know. I have to see a replay of that, but we got a free kick out of it anyway. Slightly over to our right, halfway between the centre circle and the penalty box.
There's another change for
there
the
is.
Guard. He's coming on, number 6. He replaces number 14, who is Layman's. So that's the 4th change for our host. with another 13 minutes or so to go in this time. West Ham leading 3-0 on the night and 6-1 on aggregate. I know exactly where you're coming from with the Cole and Antonio comparison. It was always the thing, wasn't it? Colton Cole, if the ball hit him on the arse or on the back of the head or something like that, it was, it was guaranteed a good finish. If he was in a 1-on-1 or anything like that, very, very similar to Antonio, you guaranteed that it wasn't going to happen. Antonio's just tried his luck again from 20 yards, and for a player who's only ever scored once outside the edge of the box, you can pretty much tell without me telling you where the ball ended up. It wasn't on target anyway.
He's only ever scored the one outside the box for us, isn't he?
Yeah, it was last season, wasn't it? I think, or the season before. Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen it. It's a bloody great big moth flying around here, and it keeps dive bombing my head. It's huge.
Yeah, I've got a fly that keeps doing that. It's been annoying me for the whole game here, but that time of year, mate, I suppose. All the bugs are out. All the bugs are out and about. Little more than 11 minutes to go. Viborg in attack, just perched on the edge of West Ham's box, looking to create something.
They're building up a little thing here on the edge of our box. It's out to their number 7 on the left. He's whipped the ball in. It's headed out. That's headed out for a corner. So they're going to have a corner over on our left.
Yeah, so it's actually the first time I've seen much from Sorensen, who's often painted as their best player. Just not been in the game tonight, apart from when he got hurt earlier on. But he's now taking the corner anyway. So we'll see what happens from this. Viborg, of course, looking for a consolation goal to match the scoreline at the London Olympic Stadium. It's a poor corner to the edge of the box, and Lanzini's able to pick it up, and West Ham can break. Hobo says poor Diop went from monster to monstrous. Very good, very good. Steve Palmer says 50p head goal. And AGXM says Marlon Harewood-esque. Yeah, Marlon, dear old Marlon was capable of a few moments like that, wasn't he?
He was. We do have the odd. We do have the odd striker that plays for us. As moments of brilliance and absolute moments of Jesus wept.
Do you know what? I think it's actually the other way around. I think we have the odd player who's actually really, really talented and capable of scoring in all situations. It's like the other way around. I think that's the norm at West Ham, isn't it? Strikers who do things like it's like when we get a Dean Ashton or someone like that, we're kind of, well, this isn't very West Ham at all, is it? What's going on here?
Yeah,
a player who's consummately professional and able of sticking the ball in the back of the net. But yeah, we've had some laughs over the years.
That was very rude from AGXM, saying that it must be the shine that's attracting the moth. That's harsh.
Does she not mean off the glasses, surely?
Oh yeah, probably the reflection of my glasses. It must have been. It won't be balded at all.
Of course. West Ham a little bit sloppy there. Ben Johnson actually giving the ball away to Sondergaard, who played it inside straight away. I'm not sure who that was. One of the substitutes, I think. Who under pressure put the shot wide, but just going to be a little bit careful. Two more changes. We're making some more changes. Cresswell has just handed the captain's armband to Angelo Ogbonna as he trots off the field. Who's he going to be replaced by? Let's have a look. Double change for West Ham. It's Cresswell coming off, and who's that coming on?
Can't see.
I'm trying to see. So Kurt Zuma, which is a strange time to bring him on with 9 minutes of the game to go. Zuma going to go at left back. That would be interesting. Or I would imagine perhaps Kehrer at right back and Johnson at left back would be the obvious solution.
Maybe. Yeah.
This is good to see. Armstrong Okaflex, who is a player who scored many goals for the 23s last season, is coming on for a brief cameo, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him. He's a player who's really talented, player we bought from Celtic a couple of years ago. Lots of people, there's kind of almost a clamour in a way, wasn't there, for him to be involved at some points last season when we only had Antonio as a striker. So he's replaced Lanzini, but be a good opportunity, Nick, to see what he can do in this final 10, 12 minutes or so.
He's got that look about him that decent players have, to be fair. I've got no justification for it whatsoever, but he looks like a baller.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. We'll buy that. Yeah, I mean, he certainly has been in the last 18 months or so, scoring goals for fun for the 23s. And, you know, maybe 10, 15 years ago, he would have got a chance in the first team, but it's that much more difficult to break in where the Premier League's concerned these days. Viborg attacking on the left-hand side. Someone of the substitutes gets a crossover. It's made all the way through to the other side of the box. But West Ham keeping Viborg at bay. A chance for the cross to come in from the right-hand side. It's too deep, however, and that's going to go out for a West Ham throw on our left-hand side. 82.5 minutes gone. Viborg 0. West Ham United 3, Nick. Good stuff.
I want to see Flex get a goal now.
Yep.
That'd be nice. Oh, God, we go to pop-ups again.
Craven making a really good point there, actually, Nick, saying that I'm surprised Zuma's on, considering he's struggling with his knees. That's something we've all seen in the last few weeks. It's been quite obvious he's not at the races. So, well, what do you make of that? What's the reasoning behind that? You think?
I've no idea, to be honest. Not really. I didn't even think of that.
Good point.
Pass. Don't know. No answer.
I'm not sure either.
But a lot of the time, sometimes David Moyes makes absolutely no sense. That's not a criticism; it's an observation.
Long ball play forward, looking for Antonio, but doesn't make the ball, and we have a V-ball player rolling on the floor in agony, and not quite sure what happened there. We'll have to roll the clock back, have a look at a replay. Right, it's well, I don't see anything wrong with that. Okaflex has done really well. He's just muscled the player off, and okay. They might have caught his ankle a bit, actually, but it looks like the player, if anything, caught his foot in the turf.
Yeah.
Certainly no wrongdoing from Okaflex, who was just really determined to win the ball. Good stuff. It's what we want to see from our young lads.
Thing is, he actually went in harder on their second player. He actually stood on his foot and he carried on running, but this other bloke's gone down like he's been beaten up outside a nightclub.
Yes. Definitely looks injured. It'd be a strange time to time waste with only 5 minutes to go, but they've got any subs left? Have they made 5? It's 5 each now, haven't they? And they've
we ain't got no more.
Or if they brought they've brought on Mortimer, Zamburek, Jager, Sondergaard, or they might have another one left. I think they might have brought 4 on, unless I'd missed a 5th one. But anyway, we've made all ours, and it's I'm not sure how you pronounce that. It's Heil or something like that. I would guess. Who's just gone over to take a breather on the touchline, take a sup from the drinking bottle before he gets back into the fray. With 5 minutes left to go, West Ham cruising through to the Conference League group stage. Draw is going to be coming up for you live tomorrow on KUMB. Around, did we say it's normally around lunchtime, Nick? Did you say what time it was?
1:30 tomorrow. Our time. 2:30
our time, wasn't it?
2:30 CET.
Okay, so
I'm guessing that's half 1 hour time, isn't it?
Yep, that's it. So if you're about tomorrow lunchtime, come and join us on KUMB TV for live coverage of that draw to see who West Ham face. 3 teams, of course. It's a 4-team group, so the Hammer's going to be drawn against 3 other sides. I'll try and get a post up on KUMB either later this evening or first thing in the morning, showing what teams we could potentially be facing in that draw. Viborg breakdown left, great crossover. Oh, that should have been a goal. Best chance of the night. Really, really good cross coming in from the left-hand side. Dipping, swerving, dangerous. No one, unfortunately, for Viborg able to get on the end of that. It's number 21, the substitute. Oh, actually, I'm wrong here. There was a touch on it. It's a really bad miss. Actually, it's I think it's number 10. I can't quite see who it was who had the final header, but you've got a score from there, my son. Great ball in, 4, 5, maybe 6 yards out. First to the ball, just a poor connection, and it goes wide. And that was the best chance Viborg had, Nick, of the night.
It was. Should have done better. Should have done much better, but thankfully he didn't. Really. And another. Oh, Antonio's got a booking for something. Interesting to see that again.
Well, I mean, do you know what? It's one of those that you remember Andy Carroll used to get,
Yeah.
depending upon which referee.
Yeah, he's not even looking at the player. He doesn't know he's there until he's hit him. So yeah, that was silly yellow card from the ref there. We give him his dues. He's mostly had a good game tonight, but that was a little bit card happy there. Maybe he wanted to have Antonio in his lists of bookings that he's got.
Yeah, a little bit unnecessary. For those of you who haven't got streaming or relying upon our commentary, it was a long clearance from the back. Antonio went up a trading arm, caught the defender in the Mui, and the referee decided that was good enough for a yellow card. Yeah, maybe, but doesn't matter anyway. We'll have to check. Are all yellow cards expunged after tonight? I've got a feeling they will be because it's only a playoff tie. Any ideas, Nick?
Pass. I don't know how that works.
Okay. Let us know if you do know the yellow card situation. I believe that is the case, but I'm not 100%. So if someone could confirm, that'd be great. Viborg breaking down the left again. This number 7, Sorensen again, who's kind of come alive in the last 5 minutes. I think that's Pablo Fornals who's just tried to hook the ball forward, and it's just looped up in the air again. Another terrible connection. We've had a few of those tonight. There's been a few laughable moments. I think we could probably do a top 10 of those tonight. Like we had the.
We could. I missed that because I'm catching up on the forums. So I was wondering why the transfer thread has advanced a bit. Rumours abound that the Paqueta deal is off.
Ooh. Any more? Anything else on that? What have you got?
There's no tweets, but apparently on Sky itself, I'm presuming on Sky Sports News, Darmesh has said that it is off. No reasons why, but there is a tweet from David Barbe, who, let me get onto Twitter to have a look at him.
That's one of
only 10,000 followers, so or not even that, 9.5. But there is a contract on the table for Paqueta still at Lyon.
Okay, I can tell you, Barbe, he's one of the journalists who's very, very close to Lyon. So I think you can pretty much assume that if he's saying it, it's on the nail. Works closely with the club there.
Right.
So
okay. He hasn't said it's off.
Okay.
He's
saying what, there's a contract
on the table.
Okay.
For Paqueta. What's it say? Extra info, Paqueta's extension proposal is still there if Lucas wishes to extend.
Right, interesting, because there were obviously suggestions that this may be a way of getting him a bigger contract. But of course, we what we do know from Misco, one of our French members of the forum, is that Paqueta did turn down an extended contract at Lyon earlier in the year that would have effectively doubled his wages there. So it'd be interesting to see. We'll have to try and figure out what's going on there. But anyway, rumours, as Nick says, abounding that the Paqueta deal is off. That's going to be a bit of a blow because I think a lot of people have kind of got quite enticed by the idea of seeing the Brazilian at London Stadium this year. Anyway, we're in added on time at the end of the game here. Nick's rapidly going through those posts to see if we can figure out what's happening. Still 3
Yeah, Fabrizio Romano, literally 2 minutes ago on Twitter, there is no full agreement between West Ham and the Olympic Lyonnais for Paqueta after new round of talks. Player is keen on the move, but talks with Aulas are not easy.
Aulas, of course, the president of Lyon, who's notoriously difficult to deal with.
Yeah.
And Fabrizio Romano also stating that Hans Vanaken of Club Brugge remains one of the options for West Ham, which I guess would be seen as a massive disappointment to many fans. Unfortunately, given the potential of having Paqueta in the squad, but of course it's early days yet. I mean, these things can twist and turn. There's a long way to go, I would imagine, in this deal yet.
Yeah, I'd like it to come off. Will it come off? I don't know. It could be a another one of those, but we tried. But at the end of the day, Moyes has confirmed it, so it's not that horrible phrase that comes on the razzle dazzle of the board. Moyes has blatantly come out and said it as well. So yeah, we just have to wait and see. If they want 60 million, pay the 60 million euros. At the end of the day, we know what they want. So
yeah. Yeah, I should just point out quickly that the game is just finished here. It's ended. Viborg nil, West Ham United 3. Hammers going through to the group stage of the Conference League, 6-1 on aggregate. A very comfortable night for the Hammers in the end. Goals coming from Gianluca Scamacca after 23 minutes. Said Benrahma doubling West Ham's advantage 6 minutes into the second half. And Thomas Souček making it 3-0 on 63 minutes. Could have had more, really. Chances, especially for Cornet, who missed an absolute sitter just 3 minutes after Souček put West Ham 3-0 ahead. But a comfortable win for West Ham and a very, very professional performance out there in Denmark on a night which could have proved to be a bit of a banana skin had we conceded early, but it wasn't the case, and West Ham comfortably through. We're going to come back to the Paqueta deal in just a moment, Nick, while we try and find out some more information. Before we do that, let's just sum up what we've seen tonight. Your views on that 3-0 win this evening?
Professional. That is really about it. Still, on some occasions, we do look, that word again, passive. But it's an emerging side, isn't it? It's going to take a little while for them to gel. It was, bearing in mind how many new signings tonight. Kera, Cornet, Scamacca. That's 3 of them.
Yeah.
And that's for a team that's basically had the same 13, 14 players played week in, week out for the past 2 years. That is quite a change. Yeah, professional. I'm not going to criticise them. We've just done a European tie, and we've just won 6-1 on aggregate without really getting out of second gear. So
yeah,
very much job so. Done.
Should also point out, didn't point this out at the time, that was Armstrong Okaflex's full first team debut for the Hammers.
Was it really?
Apparently. It seems like he's been around for ages, but yeah, it was his debut appearance. So good to see him get off the mark and look lively, as we saw in the brief time he was given to play out there. Man of the match, Nick. Let's do this one quickly. We'll rattle through this. Quite a few options tonight. Lots of decent performances out there this evening.
Yeah. Do you know what, though? Just for the fact that he's managed 90 minutes, I'm going to give it to Angelo. Because that's his first 90 minutes in almost a year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man of the match just for playing 90 minutes, and good luck to him.
That's a good shout, actually. I'm not sure who I'd go for. Going through this, Johnson, again, I thought had a very, very decent game. Playing at the backs, for someone so young, he's very, very solid. Tilo Kera, also involved quite a lot tonight. Assist for the third goal. We thought he had an assist for the first until we realised it was Thomas Souček.
Yeah.
But I thought he did well. Bonner, excellent game. Souček was involved a lot more than I'd seen him in the last few weeks, so that was a good sign. Scamacca scored again. Can't knock it.
Yeah, could have had more.
Could have had a couple more, yeah. Putting a couple of decent
luck.
And also Cornet looked very lively this evening.
He didn't deserve it for missing that sitter, though. Really.
Yeah.
When he was clean through, and 9 out of 10 times you bury that. But instead he gave the crowd something to stick their arms up for. So no, he can't have it. He can't have it for that. Oggy, got to be Oggy. Just for the sentimental reasons.
I think I'm going to defer to you on that one. I'll go along with you. Yeah, it's difficult to pick out an absolute cast iron standout performance. There wasn't really one, but Ogbonna, I think, didn't put a foot wrong. Marshaled the defence really well. So yeah, so I think it's a good shout. So let us know who you think. Do you disagree? Do you think there was someone else who was worthy of the man in the match award? Hobo going for Johnson, said he had a good game. Fair shout, I think. As I said a minute ago in my summary, but good performance. What did you make of the game, guys? Watching us on the live stream, you happy with what you've seen? It's difficult not to be, isn't it, really, when you go away in Europe and win by 3-0. Of course, a replica of the scoreline in the Europa League's quarterfinal away leg at Lyon earlier in the season. We're going to move on a bit now because we're trying to find out the latest on the Lucas Paqueta situation and news of the transfer possibly being off from Sky Sports, but doesn't look to be the way there. I'm just trying to see what Damien Lucas, one of the friends of KUMB, has posted. He's just said, there you go, West Ham fans, did you learn nothing from January? So I assume that's a reference to any news that is coming. Let us know. Have you seen any news about the Paqueta signing? We, of course, have been watching the live stream all night, so Nick's trying to pick up bits and bobs from the forum. But I'm just having a quick look through Twitter and can't see anything obvious there apart from what we've commented on already.
Yeah, I'm trying to find stuff on Twitter, or Darmesh hasn't said anything. Not on Twitter.
Where are we getting this from? It might have fallen through. There must be a source somewhere.
Yeah, I think he's actually said it on Sky Sports News.
Right.
So he's not tweeted it or anything yet. But the only tweet I can find recently was 10 minutes ago by Fabrizio Romano, who says there's no agreement between us and Olympique Lyonnais. Player keen on the move, but talks with their chairman not easy. Van Aken remains one of the options after 2 bids already rejected by Club Bruges.
Okay. Right. Well,
that is about it.
Yeah, it's a fluid situation developing all the time. So if we do hear anything between now and going off air, we will of course let you know. I mean, you can obviously look at the forum, do the same thing we're doing, because that's where we're getting our info from at the moment, and social media. Not having a phone next to us right now, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, we of course went through this last week, didn't we, Nick, with Emerson from Chelsea? The deal was on, then all of a sudden it was off because the clubs couldn't agree a fee. So it's quite feasible that this could be West Ham just playing the same tactic here of saying, well,
yeah,
this is our figure we're prepared to go to, take it or leave it, and a little bit of sort of a standoff in a way, a stalemate at the moment, perhaps. Yeah,
but with the reputation of their chairman, I'm not so sure that is going to be the greatest idea, is it? He can be a bit ruthless from what I'm understanding. Look, look at me being all Sky Sports News. DL understands. No, I don't know. Some teams you can get away with. Some clubs you can get away with it, can't you? Others you can't. And I'm wondering if Lyon are going to hold firm too much, maybe. And he ends up signing a new deal because one just doesn't get over the line. No, there's nothing else. There's nothing else on there at all. Apparently, Darmesh got the text whilst he was on air, and they were talking about it. So, L'Équipe we've offered 57 million euros. I mean, what's that? That's got to be. That's a lot of money. What is it in English money? In pounds,
it's about 48 million. If the deal, as we understand it, from coming across all Sky Sports again, the deal as we understand, it was 42 million cash plus another 15 million in add-ons, which, according to L'Équipe, who are of course a very, very reliable source, especially where Ligue 1 players are concerned, said were all attainable. It wasn't like, if he plays 100 caps for Brazil in the next 6 months, that we'll give him another million, that sort of thing. So 57 million euros, 48.1 million pounds, which would, of course, use up the club's transfer record fee of 45 million agreed for Sebastian Haller, which, of course, the club never paid in the end because they sold him to Ajax. But yes, it would have been. And the point is, we know, I think it's quite clear that Lyon are looking for 60 million euros. That was their fee all along. West Ham have gone in at 40. They went in at 57, 42 plus 15. It may just be the case that Lyon want the bulk of the money up front. So more like a 50 plus 10 or a 55 plus 5 rather than a 42 plus 15. So, I mean, you'd think that, wouldn't you? If West Ham have gone as far as to offer 57 million, it's not going to be that much of a reach to pull another 2 or 3 million out of the hat.
No, it's not. And it is one of those players now where if we're only that far off, if we lose the deal for the sake of 2-3 million euros, I think there might be meltdown. Which you can hardly, which wouldn't be surprising, because then again, it just to quote AGM again on the what was that words? No real surprise. We tried. And if we genuinely, because he's a next level player. Let's have that right. For us, he is the next level. Now he's gone on record saying that we're going for these type of players, and we've failed. We haven't managed to convince them to come. Because I've not seen anything at all that is saying that he doesn't want to come to West Ham. Yeah. Every tweet near enough from a journalist or a Darmesh has said that that he wants to come.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, there's been rumours that the two parties have been talking. They're receptive to a deal. His agents, they're in London. He wants a Premier League move. We know this, and it all points to a deal being done. Unless the only thing that you can imagine is there's only two other options really. One is that Leon have offered him, an eye-watering amount of cash to stay, or that someone else has come in and expressed their interest. Apart from that, you can't see any reason for it not going through. So, my own personal view, and this is just based on the very, very little we know, is that it's perhaps just West Ham sort of trying to hold their ground, and in the same way that we've seen David Sullivan do quite frequently in the past. I wouldn't assume it's dead and buried yet.
The thing that frustrates me is that then when you go on the forum and you see posters like Vienna basically saying it's always been rubbish, same as the bids last year. Can't believe people believed that it was even, when you got our manager, he's saying in press conferences, we have been bidding that sort of money, but we've not been able to convince the players to do it. I find that really frustrating, because give the ball to kicking for the things that they've done, if you know what I mean. And when our manager is constantly repeating time and time again in press conferences that we have bid these crazy amounts of money for players, and he's even admitted himself that perhaps he's shopping at a higher level than what we're at right now. Now, whether he's a bald lackey, which I don't think he is, to be honest, that's something I wouldn't have had Moyes down as. You can't pick and choose what the manager says, because if he came out, because for certain types of supporter, let's say, if he had said something where you could quite easily read between the lines and said where he was saying that basically the ball had been rubbish, then you would take that at face value and say he's basically saying that the ball hasn't helped. So you can't pick and choose what you believe. Personally, that's what I don't think you should do that. You should show the good gracious of the fact, okay, he said that, I believe him. Because if he'd said the opposite, you wouldn't have doubted him in the first place. Because it would just, it just confirms your biases. And to be fair, the last couple of years, apart from the odd thing to do with, supporters and, ground configurations, walls, price of food, and whatever, dare I say, our board haven't actually been that bad, I don't think. There have been, don't get me wrong, they've had their moments, but compared to what they were like with the likes of Allardyce, like the way they were with Bilic, the way they were with Moyes the first time round by getting rid of him, they've kept out the limelight. They've kept their mouths shut. They're not the ones in the media coming out and saying, like they used to, we've bid money on this player, or we've bid money. It's coming from the manager. And he doesn't, their manager don't come across as a bald puppy to me. Could be wrong.
No, I agree. I mean, quite often he's accused of it when he's defending the ball, as he did in his press conference yesterday. But no, I mean, he's certainly not. I think he's his own man anyway. But I mean, one thing that can't be argued is whatever you think of the ball, is that financially there has been money available for the manager during the current transfer window, whether that's from the Sullivan backed, or whether it's come from Kretinsky, we don't know just yet. But we'll wait to see. we don't know yet. So the rumours are, just to recap very quickly, the rumours are that there's one source. It's Dharmesh Sheth from Sky Sports, who has received a tweet or a text message to say that the deal is off. We're not so sure. We've not seen anything from France or anywhere else to say that's the case. But to his credit, Sheth has been pretty much on the ball with transfers at West Ham this year. So we'll see how that one develops. Of course, Sky Sports was, as I mentioned on the forum earlier in the day, they were still running with the £40 million bid about an hour after it had been confirmed that West Ham had made an improved offer.
We have an update.
Nick, over to you.
Right, posted at 8:00. Oh no, my mistake. No, ignore that. Where have we gone? Somebody just posted a tweet on the forum. August the 20th. Right, 8:02 p.m. August the 25th. All right, let me click on that one. I've clicked on the wrong tweet, and I need to now Google Translate, because it's actually on. It's on the L'Equipe website.
Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. L'Equipe are the trusted source in France. So if they're saying it, you can say it's pretty much bang on. And what are they saying, Nick?
25th of August at 19:59. Lucas Paqueta close to reaching an agreement with West Ham, whilst Lyon have yet to respond to their second offer, which, according to somebody, has just been rejected. It's just the club's values, I think, or maybe even the structure of the deal.
I think that's it. That's how it strikes me, is that it's not the. I mean, the price, they're pretty much, in the same ballpark there, aren't they? I think it's the structure. I think it's Lyon are looking for more upfront. West Ham, of course, as you'd expect, willing to defer payment over the course of 3 or 4 years, if possible, or in add-on. So I wouldn't jump to conclusions. It's certainly, if as we're saying, if L'Equipe are saying that the deal's still alive, you can pretty much guarantee it's still alive. I would, with respect to Dharmesh Sheth at Sky Sports, of the two, I would go with the French source, who are obviously a lot closer to Lyon, and unless, of course, West Ham have pulled out and said we're not interested anymore. But that, Nick, would be very, very unlikely, don't you think? Given the the signs that we've been given by Moyes, etc., in the last 48 hours.
Yeah, it would be very strange. Apparently, oh no, it's not Fabrizio Romano. It's somebody with stupid who's decided to have their own profile picture as Fabrizio Romano. It's not him, so ignore that. Ignore that. Okay. Charlie Bennett, who's he? Sports writer with 11,500 followers. Hashtagging Newcastle United now. A load of old rubbish.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm ignoring that. He's a liker and a clickbaiter by the looks of it, like many of them on there with a blue tick.
Jack Elderton of this parish has just taken to Twitter to say that every deal is off before the player is saying, "Come on, you wires," in a video on Twitter. Which is pretty good. But yeah, it's a very salient point. No deal's done until they've.
5 minutes ago, L'Equipe have posted an article saying we're close to agreement with Lyon, with his contract. L'Equipe ain't going to come out with that, are they? If the deal was off, surely not.
Well, they'll be getting getting their info directly from Lyon or one of the journalists that's closely associated with the club, and you can, as I say, they're a very, very reliable source. If they're saying that's the case, then I would go with them over Sky Sports. Quite frankly, I mean, you can. Sheth will be getting his info from the West Ham side. L'Equipe getting theirs from the Lyon side. So, I say if that is the case, that the deal is off, it can only, assuming, taking what we're seeing at face value, that will be a West Ham decision, not a Lyon decision. But anyway, plenty to go, I think, in this one. Yeah, we'll see.
We're going in 1 week off of them.
Well, in return, I mean,
Lanzini,
Benrahma, Lanzini, both players that are probably not surplus to requirements, but they're sort of getting that way, aren't they? I think.
Yeah, Lanzini, I'll give you. I'm not so sure about Benrahma, I'm not so sure because this season he's had more good performances thus far. He had a bit of a shocker against Brighton.
Yeah.
Seemed to be back to his old self.
Mm-hmm.
But his other games this season, he ain't done too bad. And
I mean,
hang on to him.
yeah,
But
there was talk. Sorry, Nick. That Moyes was quite happy to keep him, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Earlier in the transfer window, it looked like he might be going, but then we heard in the last 3 or 4 days that Moyes thinks that he's responded well, and he's looking to keep him on for another season. So, but you know, I guess if they were looking to offload someone, yeah, I mean Lanzini would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? And probably someone that could do a decent job. Yeah.
so we're saying on the transfer thread about, you know, why would we lose Lanzini anyway? But we've still got irons in the fire, so to speak, according to sources that, you know, we haven't given up on Broja, whatever his name is. And if we do get another 2 in, then that's our squad is full. And we haven't even gone in the loan market yet, which is most unlike us. So
yeah,
if we were to, I mean, we can only get another 2 in. That is it. Then that's how business has got to be done. Anything else is going to rely on outgoings because I can't see us spending £100 million to then pay first teamers to play in the reserves and not be in the squad. So there will be soon a case of players coming in will mean players having to go out.
Yeah.
And the first one that's on my mind is Lanzini. He's the only one I think. What would we get? We could maybe even get our money back on him. So to speak.
Maybe. I think if you're looking at a player going, for me, the first one's going to be Connor Coventry. I think if you're looking to free up a squad space, because get the feeling he's not really going to be involved too much. I could see him quite conceivably going down to the Championship on loan again. So I think if you know that's probably. But again, Lanzini not really hit the heights that he's probably not been the same, has he, since he got injured a year or so ago?
No, he hasn't. When he got injured before the World Cup, when he was bang on form and he was Messi's best mate and whatnot, he hasn't come back, and he did rely on his limited pace and his close ball control skills. He's never been the same sort of player. Whilst obviously that goal that lived long in the memory versus Spurs was post injury, he hasn't really done it, has he? And he is so slight that he's not really ever going to make a deep laying central midfielder because he's just so small. I mean, he's only 5'6". He's not exactly a brick outhouse. So yeah,
Nick, we've got an update
from Darmesh. Yes,
just saying that Leon have rejected the improved offer from West Ham. And West Ham are currently deciding whether to go back in or focus on other targets, which of course is quite different to the deals off. So I'm not quite sure if that is what he said on Sky Sports, whether he's changed his mind. But he's saying that Leon want more than 60 million euros. Perhaps that's all us, the president there, just trying his luck a little bit. I get the feeling this will be done and dusted eventually. They'll reach a compromise.
Unless somebody at the last minute comes in and gazumps us. That I think that would be the only thing that would stop him from happening.
I mean, the thing is, if the player's declared that he wants to leave and has rejected a new offer, they've got no choice but to take the money, especially when there's such a huge sum. I mean, you could buy 2 or 3 really, really strong players.
Absolutely, which is why I say I don't think it's going to be a lot.
They're not going to. No, they're not going to turn that down. So. He will go, whether it's West Ham or someone else, I think remains to be seen. But certainly looks like reports of the deal being off were a little bit premature. But anyway, should we wrap it up there, Nick? Should we call it a day? There's not a lot to talk about, is there? About that? We will of course be back with you tomorrow lunchtime, 1:30 British summer time. For the Conference League group draw. We'll find out who West Ham are going to be playing over the course of the next few months. Come and join us. I'll be then.
Are we going to be seeded for that? Or are we going to be in one of the higher pots?
I Not sure. I would imagine we'll be seeded. I did see someone mention Potts earlier. I can't verify what they're saying though, so I won't refer to it. But I don't know. We'll find out. I'll try and we'll put a story out on the KUMB homepage either tonight or first thing in the morning, just to clarify all this for you, so you're armed with all the information you need going into that draw. But as I say, we'll be back tomorrow lunchtime. We'll bring you that live here on KUMB TV, our YouTube channel. So do join us if you're about. Hopefully Nick will be able to join me tomorrow. We'll figure that one out in a bit. But back to tonight briefly. Conference League playoff was finished. West Ham United or Viborg 0, West Ham United 3, 6-1. Hammers go through on aggregate. Nick, final comments on what you've seen tonight, please.
Yeah, job done. Happy days. Draw tomorrow. Now see where we're going on to this year. Which has been nice.
Yeah, it's been good. Nice to watch West Ham comfortably win a game without any worries about how it might end for the last 10 minutes. A really, really professional performance by David Moyes' side out there, and who knows? We could have Lucas Paqueta in the team before the Conference League group stage starts. We're going to find out in the next week or so, because that's all we've got left of the transfer window. I expect that one's going to be done and dusted in the next few days anyway, before then. But anyway, that's it for us tonight. My thanks to Nick for joining me on the stream. As always, and also to our thanks to all of you guys for joining us on the live stream, posting your comments, letting us know what you think of the game, etc. Thanks for all the little thumbs up you've given us, much appreciated down there below. As I say, we'll be back next for the Conference League draw live tomorrow lunchtime. Then we'll be back for the Villa game after that Sunday. West Ham travelling to Villa, looking for our first Premier League points. We've kind of been able to forget all about that for tonight, haven't we? Push that to one side, but big game on Sunday. Not quite a must-win, but not far from it at this stage of the season, which is unusual.
No, especially against Villa as well. I think who are going to be there or thereabouts themselves this season, down there.
Oh, you think they'll struggle this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay. So again, we definitely need to get something from, if not a win. But we'll find out about that very soon. As I say, before that, we've got the Conference League. Hopefully, we'll see you all tomorrow lunchtime if you can make it. Come and join us on the live stream and find out who West Ham are going to be playing this year in Europe.
And then, of course, a week tomorrow as well. Transfer window, deadline day.
Yeah. Should we do a live? Should we do a deadline day special?
Yeah, why not?
Be rude not to, wouldn't it, really? Especially as it looks like we are going to have, excuse the pun, irons in the fire, potentially Gallagher coming in, Breuer, if no one else has picked him up on loan by then. Looks like maybe one or two still perhaps coming, especially if we don't get this Paqueta deal through anyway. But we'll see. It's going to be an interesting week for West Ham. 7 players already in, looking for number 8. Could be more, who knows? We're going to find out very soon. Until we see you again. Anyway, take care, Hammers. Fellow Hammers, have a good evening. And as I say, come and join us tomorrow lunchtime if you can. If not, we'll see you on Sunday for the trip to Villa. Until then, take care, everyone.
Up the irons.
Come on, you Irons.